From the StreamYard Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Jeopardy. We're glad you can make it, and joining us, as always, is our co-host, Professor Brainy Specs.
Hey, John.
Hey, Professor, glad you could be here, as always, and run the game for us. A very honest and unrigged game, that is. Just wanted to make that clear before we got started. Maybe some rumors to the contrary, but we don't put any stock in unsubstantiated rumors on this show. But with that disclaimer out of the way, I want to say a quick hello to everyone who's joining us tonight. And completely unrelated to my previous remarks, I want to say hello to Thomas. He looks like he was the first one in here. So glad you could see us tonight. Welcome also to Tokyo. Glad you can make it. Say greetings also to Mercer, Kapla, Vertebrae 5. Good to see you. Welcome also to Patrick, and Cinnabon is here as well. Good to see you, sir. Hello, Mr. T Dowd. Welcome to Mikey, and I think brings us up to Brad Wolf. Glad you could make it. And that brings us all caught up, I believe. We already have several people waiting backstage, but if you would like to be in one of the later rounds, you go ahead and click on that link at the top of the chat. Our returning champion, Omnicast, hasn't been able to join us, at least not yet. So we'll be bringing up 3 new contestants for our first round. So let's welcome up whoever that is.
Say it correctly.
I'm sorry, I'm not very experienced with pronouncing Gerada speech, but I leave that to your expertise.
You offend me.
There are worse fates. Let's welcome also Patrick and Vertebrae 5 to round 1.
Kapla.
Hello.
I refuse to call you by your name, or at least the name that you have put up. That's not your name.
You offend me. I
You
await
offend
your
me,
librarian
sir. You offend me.
with growing unrest.
Kapla Vertebrae 5.
What's wrong with her name?
And
Since
welcome,
when did
Patrick.
Since when did this show not
You
agree to
pronounce
call
that.
people by their name?
You pronounce that.
Ross Translula?
Well, first of all, that's not his name. And second of all, I don't think your pronunciation was quite there.
I'm honored
try
by
though.
Vertebrae's attempt at pronunciation.
Trasula.
Oh, if I had attempted and done just as well as he did, you would not be honored. You'd be offended.
He at least
Admit
tried.
it. Admit it.
Nope, I would have been honored, but
Don't wait for the
you didn't
translation.
even try.
Enter him now.
So your ship will be destroyed.
There we go. There's your real name. It's Hecklefish.
Much easier to pronounce, too.
Indeed.
Now I'm very offended.
Good.
Wow.
All
Now that you're
right.
offended, are you ready to begin?
It's back the way it was. But I'm still calling you Heckle.
Well, I'm ready to play.
Heckle, are you ready to play?
I see no one by that name.
I'll
Why do
take
you
that as a
respond?
yes. I'll take that as a
He got
yes.
you there, Jeff.
So let's play Jeopnerdy.
first category tonight is Captain Kirk references in TNG and DS9. I'm going to be looking for an episode title. S, species.
So, species.
TAS, characters. I'm sure everyone will
Excellent.
be flocking to that category.
Excellent category, John.
Thank you. Fruits is the next one. And TOS, by the numbers.
Heckle, you are first up. You get to go first.
Keep bullying me. I'm just going to leave. I watched your video, so I want Captain Kirk references for 500.
Constitution class starship Enterprise. Captain James T. Kirk commanding.
That could be many episodes. But I'm going to say that one was What is the Naked Now?
That would be correct.
Well done, Heckle.
Better knock it off, librarian.
I'm proud to hear that. Patrick, welcome. It's your turn.
Yes. Let's see what we're going to do today. Let's try TOS by the numbers for 300.
Harry Mudd was apparently left in the tender care of at least this many android copies of his wife Stella.
Right. What is 7?
That is incorrect.
Birdo Prey 5.
Pass.
Cinnabon?
Is this worth 300?
Yes.
We will go with What is a Million?
I'm afraid that is incorrect. It would be 500.
Wow.
Indeed it was.
Did not remember that.
Okay, Birdo Prey 5. It is your first turn.
Let's do Captain Kirk references for 200.
It was I who committed Captain Kirk to that peace mission, and I who had to bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and to his crew.
That is unification.
You phrase that in the form of a question.
What is unification?
There you go.
Well done, God Emperor. All right, Cinnabon.
El Capitan Kirk for 400.
Have you ever heard of a Starfleet captain named James Kirk?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what is crossover?
You got it.
Well done.
Ooh. I really thought he was giving it to me.
Well
Oh,
done,
well.
Trasula.
You honor me with your attempt. I want to have
Patrick.
more feeling in that next time.
Let's get to Kirk for 300.
I have heard stories about you since I was a child. Your confrontation with Kirk on Argania.
What is Sword of Kalis?
That's right.
Boo.
Back in
I'll
the
take my
positive
category.
territory. Patrick, well done.
Luckily.
Birdo Prey 5. You're up.
Let's do Captain Kirk references for 100.
His ship, James T. Kirk, the one and only.
What is Trials and Tribulations?
That is correct.
Indeed.
Well done. All right. Back to the heckle.
I want to know what this fruit is all about, so we'll go with 100.
Worf's favorite drink was made from this fruit.
What are prunes?
Indeed. Warrior's fruit.
All right, Patrick. It is your board.
Fruit for 300.
According to the Grand Nagus, acquiring a large supply of this fruit would establish a Ferengi presence in the Gamma Quadrant.
Oh, what was that called? What is Tulaberry?
That's right.
Indeed, that was it.
Very good. Having a good game here. Bird of Prey 5. It is your turn.
To COS by the numbers for 400.
Chekhov offered to assist Lieutenant Palamas, but after he told Kirk that he was this age, the captain decided to handle it himself.
What is 13?
That is incorrect.
Rustrastroila.
That was even worse, but we'll pass.
Patrick is meant to be worse.
What is 22?
That is correct.
Oh, wow, that.
13, Bird?
I was thinking of 17, but that was
I
the
don't
movies.
know. I wasn't sure.
The
I
non-canon
figured,
movies.
I had no idea. I figured I'd try.
Cinnabon.
Come
It's your
on.
turn.
Species, Shellyak for 100. Come on.
It's a distinct possibility.
Some members of this species gained shape-shifting abilities as part of their role in the Temple of the Cold War.
Dang it, I should have guessed that. Who are the Suliban?
That is correct.
Patrick, we're back to you.
Let's go with S species for 200 then.
Better not be Shellyak.
This species produced vast quantities of Ketracel White, and their ships were equipped with subspace weapons outlawed by the Second Khitomer Accords.
What? That's easy. I forgot about them too, though.
Yeah. What are the Sona?
That's right.
They are the
Almost didn't
face
remember.
stretchers.
Yeah, the face stretchers. Indeed.
All right, got a close game going. Bird of Prey 5. It's your turn.
S species for 300.
Oh, come on, now everyone's going to try.
Would that be this?
The population of this hyper-accelerated species had dwindled to just 5 by the time the Enterprise encountered them in 2268.
Yeah, no.
Pass.
Pass.
Cinnabon. Patrick.
Pass. Don't know.
Those were the Scalosians.
Non-canon species.
Hmm.
And what?
On what you're
Come
on.
on, Shellyak 400.
Members of this species abducted
Nope.
humans from the ancient West to use as slave labor in a colony located in the Delphic Expanse.
Oh, I actually know this. What are the Skagarans?
That is correct.
Nicely done. Patrick, we're up to you again.
It's not there. Don't pick it.
No, I don't. I don't think it's there indeed. Fruits for 400.
Jadzia enjoyed juice made from this fruit, even though it made her spots itch.
What's that called again? Oh, come on, I know this one. What is ickleberry juice, if I remember? So ickleberry. What is ickleberry?
That's correct.
I believe it was Eichelberry.
Oh.
So that's wrong.
It's
Close
my
enough.
foreign accent.
Bird. Time to get back in this game. It's your turn.
Yes. Let's do TOS by the numbers for 200.
Captain Kirk told Captain Christopher that there were only this many ships like the Enterprise in the fleet.
What is 12?
That is correct.
Well done.
No. it
Cinnabon.
wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Trying to think of what other fruits are left. They're probably alien fruits.
Mhm.
So we'll not do that.
Or you could take that center category, you know, that spectacular one there in the center.
The past category.
5-year mission. TOS by the numbers for 100. Dang it.
This was the shuttlecraft number for the Galileo, as well as the size of the crew on Spock's first command.
Oh, what is 7?
That's correct.
The real Spock and his first real command.
Exactly.
It was
Yeah.
only one. It was just him and Chapel. And they were kissing.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Patrick,
Oh,
it
my-
is
my
back to
turn
you,
again.
sir.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Fruit for 200.
This was
Oh,
Malcolm
man.
Reed's favorite food.
What is pineapple?
That's it.
Yep.
And we have a tie game.
Non-canon
crazy.
fruit.
He's allergic to pineapple.
Yep, but that's why it's his
Yes,
favorite.
that's true. But it's his favorite, regardless. All right, Bird. So back to you, sir.
Let's do by the numbers.
In keeping with the renowned Tholian punctuality, Commander Liskine agreed to wait precisely 1 hour and this many minutes for the next period of interphase.
Pass.
Cinnabon.
It's difficult to answer when one does not know the when one does not understand the question. I have to pass.
Patrick.
What is 1 hour and 53 minutes?
Very good.
Ooh.
And I wonder if they took 53 from the length of the episode. Weren't they about 52, 53 minute length episodes back then?
Somewhere around there.
Actually, it was 52 minutes and 38 seconds.
Thank you. Cinnabon.
You know what? We will block the 1,000 just in case and go with fruits, not fruits, species for 500. Come on.
Having offended at the ballot.
In
nature.
centuries past, this avian species was known as a race of fierce warriors, but an era of peace was ushered in by a religious leader known as Allah.
What? This has got to be the animated series. I will pass.
Patrick.
No clue. Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
I have no idea.
The Swans of Alar 5.
Close. There was the score.
Score!
That was in their
All right.
weird language.
Patrick, you got the lead and control.
Yeah, but
You want
Yeah.
TAS characters? Go for it. 500.
no, TAS for 300.
All right, you found the daily double. You have the lead. You have a 500-point lead over your nearest competitor. You can bet up
Yeah.
to 3,400.
Shirty 400.
Let's just go for the 400 that originally is.
400? It's a
300. That
300.
was a 300 question. So
$300
300.
question.
300.
300?
Go for it all.
All right.
I
All
believe I
right,
heard him
back
say 400 first.
No.
300.
Just name the character.
Oh crap! What was his name?
Oh my God, even I know this.
Yeah.
This one forgot what they're called.
Oh man, I don't remember. So those are points are gone. Who is Billy?
Close.
This one will forgive you for not remembering his name. It was them.
Billy was quite close. It's both a B.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right, Bird. It's your turn.
Let's do. I have no idea what fruits will be. So let's do TAS for 100. Who is Harry Mudd?
Very good.
Thunderbun.
The Jumja's a fruit, isn't it?
Is it?
Jumja fruit. I want
Oh,
fruits
that's
for
tea.
500. Come on.
To show off his godlike abilities, Gary Mitchell created a small tree of this fruit which he favored.
Oh no. It was a. It's probably really obvious and easy, but I don't want to risk it, so I will pass.
Patrick.
The kiwi.
No. I don't know. Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
Lemon.
What is pomegranate?
Unfortunately not.
Lemons. Limes.
They're
Oh.
Kafarian apples.
See, I was going to say apples. But you
So it
just
was
said,
an apple.
no, that's not right. Yeah.
Nope. It wasn't.
All right, Patrick got a slim lead and control the board.
Yeah, let's go for 200. No.
Tripod.
Yeah, indeed. Oh man, he was. Who was Arax?
That's correct.
That one I did remember. Yay.
Bird.
Let's go for 400. Well, how much do I have?
You have 300.
Pass.
Cinnabon.
Pass.
Patrick.
Pass.
That's clearly Benjamin Franklin.
That's Asmodeus.
Smoothies.
Not even close, Bird. All right. Cinnabon.
I would like. This is tough. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it is tough. You get
I
the
think
final
we'll take
clue.
a stab at TAS for 500.
Very good. That's what I was going to suggest.
Oh, we'll pass, but that's clearly She-Ra.
Patrick.
Oh, and I watched that episode last week. What was her name? Damn it.
Her name was not Damn It.
No, no, indeed. Oh, I can't remember. Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
I have no idea.
It was the last episode.
You're passing.
Yes.
Name was Carla 5.
Carla 5, yeah.
Interesting.
Backwards time.
Very interesting.
All right.
Now is where I get screwed.
Got a tight game at the top. And let me put the link into private chat for Cosmo Buzz. There you go. Head on over there, please, and consider how much you would like to bet on this category.
Red shirts.
See a Patrick. I see someone. I see Bird.
Oh,
Someone called Loser is in the
There we go.
Cosmo Buzz.
Mm,
I'm taking that. That's your bet amount.
obviously.
Okay.
I always put the bet amount in for my name. You should know that by now.
I've noticed. I've noticed that. All right. Enter your bet amounts into the system here. And let's reveal our clue.
He was the officer in charge of the security detail deployed to search for a deadly rock creature on Janus 6.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Oops.
Responses in system. If it's close, it's fine.
well,
I'm going to kick you out.
What?
Stop typing.
I'm not typing. You can't prove
Yes,
it.
you are. Yes, you are.
we can hear it.
I can see it.
Oh no, I ran out of characters.
But we can't see you.
Yeah.
It's not fair. There was
It's
enough
as fair
characters.
as to you as it is to everyone else.
If you would give me more characters, then I
And
clearly
let's-
would have gotten to the name.
Let's
say a
find
word-
out who our winner is.
Just
What's
a little
that,
word
John?
of advice. It's a little word of advice for future contestants. If your answer exceeds the character amount, it's probably wrong.
What?
That's
Rigged?
That's true. All right, Birdo Prey 5. You had 300 points entering final Jeopnerdy. Let's find out what your response to the clue was.
It was Mr. Smith. I'm afraid not.
And how much is your wager, Bird? 13 points, taking you down to 87. Let's see if that's going to be enough for you. Who knows? It might be. Trust, whatever.
You honor me.
You had 2,900 points entering final Jeopardy. What was your reply?
A new day dawns between us and the library.
Lieutenant in a red shirt fated to die a horrible death by his name was obviously ... Well, that was
I was trying to be dramatic.
Lieutenant ...
Yes, you were so dramatic you failed to give an actual response. What is the correct one?
Once again, screwed.
Let's see how much you wagered. And untypically, you did not bet at all.
Strategery.
That takes you down 2,831 points. Patrick, you were in the lead at 3,500 points. What was your reply?
It was
I hope
Kelly.
it's Kelly.
That is incorrect, I'm afraid, as well.
Yes.
It was Lieutenant Commander Giotto.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what I put.
Yeah, right.
And how much was your wager?
Keep dreaming.
1,500 points, taking you down to 2,000 points. And
Champion. 82 weeks in a row.
Cinnabon.
Nope.
Nicely done.
I can't do maths. Oh well.
Yes.
Well done. Heckle.
Yep.
It's amazing what
There's
happens
no
when you
need
don't
to insult
automatically
me.
bet your entire points on Final Jeopardy.
So now it's my time to say Rick.
Congratulations.
But I did the ring. No, I should have bet less because I was not sure.
Reclaimed the championship once again.
Well, did you? Or was
I
it
know,
given
Brad
to you?
Wolf. It must be an imposter or something.
I am
Changeling.
now 82
No.
week champion.
And I don't know why Thomas is saying rigged.
That was before he saw that I had bet 1,500 points.
Do I need a Lawson?
Because if you would have given me enough characters, you would have seen I said the correct answer. But once again,
No.
Yeah, once
the
again,
score should
you
have been 69 points more.
tried to do the
This is
same
the
mistake again.
Yeah, this is the second time you've claimed that.
You should have learned from Garrick.
There's no rules.
Never
Again.
tell the same lie
There
twice.
are no
Give me a
rules.
complete answer.
No, don't tell the same lie twice.
I just want to be specific and just in case.
Oh, and we have
Specific.
Omnicast. Join us in the chat. Welcome, sir.
Greetings.
Finally, some real competition.
Wow.
You know you're going home, eh, buddy?
Because I have watched both of John's videos this week, I shall prevail.
I guess we're about to find out in round 2.
Does not say anything. But thanks again for this lovely round,
You are welcome.
everybody.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Birdo Prey 5, for joining us
thanks
as
Who
for
well.
knows? Maybe I will have revenge in the third round if there are nobody else. No.
Let's
See you
go and
later.
bring up our contestants for round 2.
Yeah, see you later.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Brad Wolf, for being concerned about my kapla.
Now let's welcome Tokyo and Thomas for round 2 and see if they can challenge Ross Trasula.
You honor me, John. Unlike the librarian.
Trust. Trusla. No. Okay. There we go. A little present for myself. Yes, I did that. All right, hold on. Make that more appropriate. There, you can stare at the ship that nobody likes. I can get the camera angle right.
We should play a 20-player game tonight, so I can destroy the entire chat.
That would be quite a feat.
Everybody would get one question, pretty much.
That is good.
There we go. That works.
Well, I guess 5 of you would get 2.
Omni said he's on his way home from work. So
Okay.
Well, that's good.
he's on
Omni
mobile.
says, let's see how rigged it is.
This is one of the most unrigged games I've ever played on this channel. I'm very surprised.
Well, I think you found out that to win, you don't have to bet at all in Final Jeopnerdy.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you, Zin, for defeating.
I knew Patrick would bet a large amount, so I decided to be strategery.
I see.
Incha!
Trying to move something and something hit F5 and refresh the stupid page.
Oh, don't you hate that? All right, gentlemen, are you ready to play Jeopnerdy?
We must start now because I'm losing containment on my bladder.
I'm ready to play.
Thomas,
Sure.
let's play Jeopnerdy.
Our first category for the second round will be Captain Kirk references in Voyager.
Oh no!
Episode names?
Yep, episode names.
Awesome.
And we have T species,
Where's Mr. T?
TAS ships.
Rigged.
Excellent category, John. Excellent.
Thank you. Vegetables.
Barclay.
Who's Captain Pike?
And TNG by the numbers.
He says Dr. Spazo. Dr. Spazo, my creative labs. Please do.
All right, Cinnabon, returning champion for the first time in a long time.
Test.
Well
It is your
deserved.
turn.
You did not have 5 Voyager episodes in your video,
There
but
were
I will
7.
go with. We will start this off with Captain Kirk for 500.
The Voth, the Kabali, the Vodwar. You've made first contact with more species than any captain since James Kirk.
Oh, that was easy. That's what is Friendship 1?
That is correct.
Easiest 500 category. I thought that was going to be the one.
Well done.
Of course.
Tokyo is your turn.
Kirk for 4.
No.
Finally, in the year 2270, Kirk completed his historic 5-year mission, and one of the greatest chapters in Starfleet history came to a close.
What is Q2?
That's right.
Boo. I believe it was Q squared, so that was the wrong answer.
Thomas, it's your first turn.
The square of doctors.
TAS shifts for 500.
What's the name of the ship?
Oh, it's definitely Kurogan.
That was from Lost Space. That's the Jupiter, whatever.
The Jupiter 2.
Pass.
Cinnabon,
Pass.
Tokyo.
Pass. Pass.
That was the Traitor's Claw.
Was it a Kazinti ship or something?
Yeah, it was Kazinti.
All right, back to Cinnabon.
We'll go with El Capitan for 300.
Freud thought he had a problem with his mother. James T. Kirk claimed he met him, although the evidence is less than conclusive.
Uh-oh. The Da Vinci episode. Which one? It was that one. What is concerning flight?
That is correct.
Damn. That wasn't
Well
me.
done.
Destroyed today.
Voyager's my jam.
It's mine too. I knew that answer.
Tokyo.
Voyager 2.
Stop it.
No. You're winning.
I know who you are. You're the drone
What?
with Kirk fixation.
Is that the same episode? What is Q2?
That is correct.
Trick question.
Test.
That was the second time this episode appeared in the same category.
It's not the first time that we've done something like that. Thomas, it's your turn, sir.
TAS shifts for 400. Oh. What is the USS Bonaventure?
Nicely done.
Oh, it was.
Impressive. Most impressive. Cinnabon.
Flashback for 100. I mean, Kirk for 100.
It's the only one left.
Captain Sulu, Captain Kirk, Dr. McCoy, they all belong to a different breed of Starfleet officer.
What is flashback?
That is correct.
Well done. Tokyo.
Talarans for 100. T for 100.
Every named individual from this Delta Quadrant species has an X in their name, as does the name of their species.
Who are the Talaxians?
That is correct.
Doing very well in this game. Thomas.
TAS 300.
For this one, there's no specific name, but I'll accept a description of what the ships are.
They're cargo drones. Or what are cargo drones?
They're clearly phasers.
That works.
They're gunships. Robot crane. More troubles with more troubles?
And Tellarites for T's for 200. Tellarites. Come on. Pig species.
Hoshi warned Captain Archer to keep Porthos out of sight during the transport of a delegation of this species, since they considered canines something of a delicacy.
What are Tellarites?
That's right.
Hey, you got one.
Heck yeah.
Before the clue.
'Cause I'm
Kyo?
omnipotent.
He got flashback last time too before the clue.
Yeah,
That's true. You did.
It's 2 out of 4.
T for 3.
This species was only seen in the episode Regeneration, although they developed a variety of tea that was very popular with the denizens of Deep Space Nine.
We're the Tarkalians.
That is correct.
Look at those scores. Got a good game. Thomas, your turn.
TAS 200.
This one, I'm looking for who the ship belonged to.
Oh, I know this one.
Who is Kukulkan?
Nicely done.
That's the only one I would probably know. Good job, Thomas.
Should have picked it before Thomas did.
That's okay, because I'm going for broccoli, vegetables, 100.
Counterbite.
Data was curious as to why Lieutenant Barclay was being referred to clandestinely as this vegetable.
Heck yeah. What is broccoli?
That's it.
It's really pronounced broccoli. I don't think you should get the points.
I thought it was broccoli.
Tokyo,
foreign
it's your
accent.
turn.
T4.
This non-corporeal species granted Charlie Evans their powers to help him survive.
Oh gosh, going way back, deep cut. I will say to pass.
Comes to
Thomas.
Pass.
pass.
Good. I didn't have to say his name.
Bayesian.
I didn't have to say that was harsh.
Thomas, it's your turn.
TAS for 100.
And this one, I'm looking for the class of the ship.
What is a D7?
That is correct.
I would have known that one too.
You should have picked it before Thomas did.
No, because Thomas is a ship guy. I can't take his category.
She can.
Champions
right.
are gracious.
All right, Hackle, it's your turn.
I would like.
There's nothing good left.
What other vegetables? We'll go with TNG for 100.
There are this many lights.
Well, I mean, do you want? I mean, I don't know which one you want. The one that.
How many
Okay,
lights were there?
What?
How many lights were there really?
Oh, okay. What are 4?
That's correct.
The question
There are
was valid.
5 lights.
Was it Madrid or Picard?
Tokyo.
Veggies for 2, because I'm morbidly curious and a masochist.
Proverbially speaking, McCoy advised Kirk to use this vegetable rather than a stick when dealing with the companion.
What do you stick like? A leak?
Not a turnip. I'm going to pass. I don't know, actually.
Thomas.
Pass.
Cinnabon.
I'm trying to think of a stick like. I want to say like carrot, maybe, but I will pass.
I guess the carrot and a stick is not as common a phrase as I thought it was.
Ah, dang it! I should have said carrot.
I
I
thought
was
that
thinking
was
turnip
easy.
for some reason.
I technically did say carrot.
But your official response was pass.
No, he said, "What is carrot?" I heard it.
No, he
What
didn't.
did Briggs say? Oh,
Yeah,
you
if you
gave
keep
an
talking-
answer
if you
already.
keep
Too
talking
bad
before
you
the
can't
answer's
pass.
revealed, it
You have to
counts.
take those points. All right,
Thomas. Thomas, your turn.
TNG 200.
The Enterprise was able to escape from a temporal causality loop when Data realized the significance of this number.
What is 3?
That's
fine.
it.
Dang it.
Game has tightened even further. Cinnabon, you got a slight lead. It's your turn.
I would like TNG for 300.
During her attempt to discredit Captain Picard, Admiral Satie mentioned that this many starships had been lost in Wolf 359.
Oh no. Many ships.
How many?
I will pass.
Tokyo.
I will also pass.
Thomas.
What is 39?
That is correct. Good work.
I'm surprised that it got to Thomas, really.
That was an assist. I did it on purpose.
And Thomas has the lead, but it's Tokyo's turn.
It is my turn? Crap.
It is.
Let's finish the T's. Get that out of the way so nobody can block. Nobody can get it.
One of the worst insults in their culture was placing your hands on your hips, which Captain Janeway found out the hard way.
Oh. No, it wasn't that. I'm gonna pass.
Thomas.
Who are the tac?
Heck yeah.
That's it.
Well done, Thomas.
Tac.
Yeah, a thoroughly unpleasant race.
Indeed.
Remember the things with the giant bugs?
The giant
Virus.
viruses.
Yeah.
When Neelix was like
Oh.
doing interpretive dance while talking, that was really annoying.
That one.
That was it.
And Thomas, you got the lead and control.
The worst type of food for 300.
Heck yeah.
Jillian ordered a mushroom and pepperoni pizza with extra of this vegetable topping.
Since rabbit's not a vegetable, I'll pass.
Wait a minute.
Cinnabon.
I mean, I think it wasn't a vegetable, though. I mean, I'm just going to go with what are anchovies?
That's incorrect.
Oh, son of a...
Tokyo.
I remember this.
Bird's probably screaming at us right now.
No, I'm too afraid, but I think I do know it. I'm not gonna say it.
You want to take a guess for no points?
Onions.
That's it.
Oh,
Ah,
I love
son of a-
onions. It wasn't a trick question. Dang it.
It was not. Because we don't have trick questions.
Yes, you do, all the time.
Cinnabon, it's your turn.
I want... Well, we're going to block some of these. So we're going to go TNG for 500.
After the Tomed incident, the Federation had no official contact with their Romulans for this many years.
Uh-oh. I kind of want to guess, but not really. I think I know what it is, but... I'll pass.
Tokyo.
Pass.
Thomas.
What is 75?
That is incorrect, I'm afraid. According to data, it was 53 years.
Well, data was wrong. It was
I would have
75.
said 55. I would have been close.
Fairly close. Tokyo, it's your turn.
What? It was 2 away.
Did we get the daily double already?
Nope.
Or is it still out there?
It's going to be vegetables for 500, probably.
It's still out there.
Let's do it. Veggies for 5. Did you? Oh,
Oh.
Chef planned to cook some of this orange vegetable from Risa to go along with fried chicken and scalloped potatoes.
from right. Of course, it's got to be an alien one.
Hysian carrots.
I don't think so. Pass.
Thomas.
Pass.
Pass.
Them don't cannon show.
It would be the Minaran spinach.
That would be a non-canon vegetable.
But them don't cannon salad vegetable garden thing.
All right.
Making a non-canon salad.
Thomas? 400 or 400?
TNG.
All right. You got the lead.
Oh, you're good at this.
You have the lead. You have a 400-point lead over your nearest competitor, Cinnabon. You can bet up to 2,700
400.
or 400.
Upon parting, Robert gave Jean-Luc a bottle of Chateau Picard of this vintage, advising him not to drink it all at once or alone.
What is 298 million BC?
Almost got it.
42?
7?
It was the 47.
47.
That was a 40-something. That's
2309. There is no finer vintage.
All right.
Let's do this
Cinnabon,
veggie.
you got it.
Got the pike.
At Burgerland, Loomis ordered a double super beef without this vegetable.
Oh, God. I just read this entire transcript for my trivia game.
Oh,
Oh no! A double super beef. And for my fish, I would like to have. Oh shit! What is the isomorph not like? No! Wait! Oh, fine.
Tokyo.
Pass. I don't remember.
Thomas.
Pass.
Well, a chocolate milkshake isn't a vegetable, so pass.
I think it's pickles. Was it pickles?
It was
Lettuce.
lettuce. Archer had no pickles. Yeah, because he had ketchup only. Would you like
Alright.
to make that combo for 30 cents more? No, no combo.
Same room for Cosmopuz, but I placed it in the private chat again. And look at those scores. We've got a tight one. 300 points separates first from third.
I'm
Let's
winning.
head
this.
on
Gonna
over
be
to final.
strategery, maybe.
Jeopnerdy.
Depends on the
Consider how much you'd like to wager on
category.
this category.
Elorians.
I don't like these people. So we will bet.
And I'm waiting on Cinnabon.
I'm thinking. We will bet.
Still waiting on Cinnabon.
I'm thinking still. We will bet it all with
And we have somebody named George and Gracie that's entered the Cosmo Buzz room.
I was greeting them.
I can't enter that number, Tokyo.
That wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, that's better.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I don't like
And
the Elorians.
let's reveal our clue.
In addition to generations, the Elorian race was mentioned by name in this DS9 episode.
Oh no!
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Why do we have two Cosmos?
I hope that was better, Brad Wolf. Figure out who's who here.
Possible congratulations to Thomas.
Oh, so Tokyo won then. Okay, I'm going to bed.
Oh
No.
no!
No way.
I've run out of characters.
Or what I told you about that last time.
I'm trying to be thorough. I don't want
He doesn't listen.
I did not run out of characters.
All right, let's find out who our winner is. Tokyo, you had 2,000 points entering final. Jeopnerdy, what was your response to the clue?
Of course, it's the DS9 episode. What is pass? The Gorn. Did you get my answer? Good guess, but no.
How much was your bet?
Is that the Gorn?
500. Taking that 1,000.
Excellent! I have won!
Hang on. Thomas, you had 2,300 points entering final Jeopardy. Your response to the clue?
When it's insert correct answer here, rivals. That was the correct answer. Nicely done.
I have lost.
Very good. How much did you wager, Thomas? 300 points, taking up to 2,600 points. And Cinnabon, you had 2,300 points also, entering final Jeopardy. Your reply?
It was an episode of DS9 that was clearly named Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Fortunately, not quite.
And how much was your bet? 300 points, so you can down
Rival.
2,000 points.
It was right.
And our
It was
champion is
robbed.
Thomas. Congratulations, Thomas.
Well played.
Congratulations,
Indeed.
Thomas.
Cinnabon clearly underestimated Thomas.
I have allowed Thomas to win
I demand a recount.
as an ally.
You won. Why do you want to recount?
It's an allied victory. So I still claim championship. 82 weeks in a row.
Of
No,
course you do.
You did win the first game, which was awesome.
but he hasn't won 82 weeks in a row.
I clearly have. This is week 82, and I won today. 82 weeks in a row.
No.
I think our returning champion from last week might have something to say about that.
Indeed.
That was an illegitimate week last week.
Yes, I
Oh,
believe
really?
it was.
How is that, Thomas?
I fell asleep during it, so it doesn't count.
You know why it was illegitimate.
I'm afraid that does not work, Thomas.
By the way, is there enough people in the back for a 4-player?
It looks like we do have 3 people backstage who haven't played yet.
I shall see you on the field of battle next week.
Well, thank you for playing Cinnabon.
I shall sign off.
Trust
And
the law.
I shall sign off and a credit to my true name.
Good game, Tokyo.
Now displayed here. See you guys.
See you later.
See you later. Now, and Thomas is gone. Did you,
Thomas?
just so you know, Thomas, since you won, you're welcome to return for the next round, unless you don't want to.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, okay. And the next question is, are you okay with doing a 4-player round?
Sure.
Thank you. So let's bring up, our returning champion from last week, Omnicast. You'll be joined by Mercer and Mikey.
Hello, everybody.
Greetings.
82 weeks.
Welcome.
Yo, I'm
Omnicast,
here.
Mercer and Mikey.
What's up, Mikey?
Hey, guys. I still feel really bad about beating Tokyo last week.
I'm
Why?
sure he feels worse about it. Believe me.
I know.
Why would you feel bad about that? Wait for it. I see a Jay Aldridge in the chat.
Hey,
Welcome,
Jay.
Well, because I've seen
Okay. Was it 82 weeks? You're right. I'm 106 in a row. I don't know what calendar you're using. But that was a good game, Cinnabon.
Mikey, are you there?
Damn it, we've been so lucky. We have the 2 perfect whales right in our hands. If we don't move quickly, we'll lose them.
Welcome, Mercer.
How are you, Mercer?
Good to hear from you.
I'm okay. In that event, the probabilities that our mission will fail. A mission? Talking about the end of every life on Earth? You're half human. You got any goddamn feelings about that?
Mikey? I think he's
Yeah.
I think
lost.
Mike's having technical difficulties. If you want, I could pinch hit for him and play both my parts.
I don't think it'll come to that.
Let's open a geodesic fold. Get a
And we
signal
have
through.
a proxy Mikey in the
Proxy.
pack. as well as ultimate loser 5,000, who is Tokyo, who is not a loser.
Absolutely
Thank
not.
you. No more of a loser than Thomas is, and who just won the last game.
Let's see how the rigging will continue.
Mikey.
I say you admit to it.
Easy, we call
Back
that
here,
easy.
Mercer. Are we ready to start?
Are you ready to start?
Put it this way: if there's a bright center to the universe, I'm on the planet that's farthest from.
Mikey asked that like 5 minutes ago. Wow, it's gonna be tough. He's definitely delayed tonight.
Yeah, he is very, very bad off tonight.
Evacuate. And home triumph.
John, what do you want to do?
Well, if his problems are going to be this bad, we haven't started yet. Maybe it'd be better just to go back to our usual 3-player game.
Okay. We can do that. We
Sorry,
have the
Mikey.
technology.
We love you, Mikey.
All right. Gentlemen, are you ready to start?
We've analyzed our attacks, sir, and there is a danger.
It's a one-man
Let's
show.
play. Let's play Jeopnerdy.
At least this game is going to be better than Doom Part 2 was.
We'll see. I'm sure it will.
I love the first one. The second one did nothing for me. Just like, what was that?
For our first category, no tricks. In this case, I'll be looking
Tricks are for
the name
kids.
That was
I was
great.
looking for the name of a character.
Okay.
More T species. TAS episodes.
Yeah.
Another brilliant category, John.
Lovely.
Brilliant.
Herbs and spices.
Herbs.
And DS9 by the numbers.
Never saw that one coming. All right, Thomas. Returning champion, Thomas. The winner from the last game. You get to go first, my friend.
T species for 100.
It was not common knowledge that nearly half of their population was capable of joining with the symbiont.
Who are the Trill?
That is correct.
Good start. Omnicast.
I'd love it if your guy was to like assimilate my avatar.
Anything's possible. But I usually just stand here. No tricks for 500, please.
I'm watching you. No tricks.
You want who said it?
That's right.
Who was Chakotay?
Very good.
Chakotay. Hollow Chakotay. Okay.
Mercer.
I'll take no tricks for 400, please.
Don't plan any tricks, Kirk. I will kill 100 hostages at the first sign of treachery.
Let me think. Who is? Oh, what the hell is the guy's name? Who is? Can't think of his name. Darn it! Pass.
Thomas.
Who is Kang?
That's correct.
That's what I was trying to think of. I kept thinking Core. I knew it wasn't Core.
Don't blame me. I voted for Codus.
Well, it's one of those K characters. Thomas, back to you.
T species for 500.
Boys and girls of this species were raised separately, and they were not even told that the opposite sex existed until they were 16.
Pass.
Omnicast.
What is Tavnian?
That's it.
Well done. And it's your turn, Omnicast.
No tricks. 300.
What's the matter? No genetic tricks to keep you from getting knocked on your butt?
I don't remember that in your video, but who is Archer?
That's right.
Was that in your video? Because I don't remember it being there.
No, it wasn't in
No,
the
that-
video. I
that
watched
wasn't in the
Okay.
video.
Got it.
but it was from Broken Bow, Broken Bow, Broken
Somebody was broken.
Broken Butt.
Broken.
I think
my.
it might have been Mr. VP when he saw it.
He broke the disc.
One time we were watching The Room, right? And a friend of mine, like it was a friend of mine's disc, and so another friend gave him $20 and walked over to the DVD player, ripped the disc out in the middle of the film, and then broke it in half. So he already paid for it before he did
Wow.
it.
All right. Mercer, it's your turn.
I'll go with Deep Space Nine for 500.
During the holographic scenario designed to test Bashir, Sloan claimed that he was taking the doctor to his starbase for further questioning.
Excuse me. Starbase, huh? Starbase. Pass. I was going to say ECV 197, but that would not be correct.
Thomas.
Pass.
Omnicast.
I don't think it's the one that they usually go to. Pass.
It was
53.
53.
I thought it would have been fitting if it was 31, but Thomas, it's back to you.
More T for 400.
This highly xenophobic species practiced a mourning ritual known as the Banar.
Pass.
Omnicast.
Were the Talarians?
That's right. I'm sure Cinnabon would have appreciated that one if we were here.
And it's your turn, Omni.
Let's do no tricks. 200, please.
I will die for her. No tricks, no games. I will take her place honorably, like a Klingon.
But that's the same guy? Oh, who is Belana Torres?
That is correct.
But it was Kang again for a second.
And Mercer, it's your turn, sir.
I'll take Deep Space Nine for 400.
Starfleet sent this many starships, led by the Venture, to reinforce DS9 during the Klingon attack.
Is it a number from 1 to infinity? Or is it after that?
I think safely say it's in that range somewhere.
Oh, okay. Pass.
Thomas.
What is 20 trillion?
I'm afraid not.
Omnicast.
What is 6?
That is correct.
20 trillion.
Well, I'm not going to win, so why not?
You can't even count to 20 trillion in the time the universe has been around.
They should have that many ships.
That's a lot of ships.
Yeah, it's a few. Thomas, it's your turn.
Something I know nothing about: herbs
wait,
and
wait,
spices for 500.
Bashir prescribed these herbs for Kira during her pregnancy, and they enabled her to resist the effects of a sedative given to her by Solaran Prid.
What is garlic?
Afraid not.
Omnicast.
What are macara herbs? Macara herbs.
That would be the one.
Omnicast. You're
Sorry.
running away with it. It's your turn.
No tricks. 100.
No tricks, Kirk. You have 1 minute.
I don't remember his name. I'm pass.
Mercer?
Who is what was his name? What's his name? I don't remember his name.
Thomas.
Save us, Thomas.
Who is Mr. Atos?
He died.
Doc Brown, but I can't think of his fucking name.
I think you're throwing the game, Thomas.
Yeah.
It's Krug.
Krug. Krug.
I couldn't think of his name.
I couldn't think of his name either. I have had enough of you. And Mr. Atos died of book radiation. Everybody knows
I
that.
watched the video
Oh, my.
and I'm like thinking this category is mine.
Don't encourage them, Omnicast. Don't encourage them. Mercer.
Tavacron.
I watched a video and I thought this category is mine. But now I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'll go Ghostbusters for 500. Please.
Ghostbusters.
We don't have that category, unfortunately.
All right, I'll go Deep Space Nine for 300 because
There you go.
I'm gonna get one of these right.
Facing a Dominion fleet, O'Brien and Bashir quoted the charge of the Light Brigade, describing how this many soldiers boldly rode into the jaws of death.
What is 600?
That's right.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, well done.
Nice. Nice.
On the board, Mercer. Very good. Thomas, your turn.
TAS for 100. What is more trouble, more tribbles?
Very good.
Wait, they're eating my grain.
Omni?
Let's do herbs and spices for 400, please.
Eddington was impressed by the Thanksgiving dinner that Cisco cooked for the senior staff with fresh ingredients, but he thought there was too much of this herb in the stuffing.
I think I know it, but I'm not going to risk it. Pass.
Mercer.
I've seen that episode 2,000 times and I can't remember, so I'm going to pass and not say Tabasco.
Thomas.
What is tribble?
Is it tarragon?
It was not Tribble, but it was, in fact, Tarragon.
Yeah.
That was from Blaze of Glory, right?
I heard tribble is very tasty, though.
Yes.
I'm not sure where you heard
Jay
that.
has a message. Jay has a message for all of you.
Y'all are pitiful. Letting Omni get away with it again. Come on, guys.
Well,
All right,
there's already
Mercer.
there's already one category I won't be able to get. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll do T for 300, please, Alex.
Biological weapons virtually wiped out this species, and their last known plague ship was encountered near the planet Haven in 2364.
Pass.
Thomas.
What are librarians?
Nope.
Thomas,
Omni.
stop doing this.
What is the Tyrellian plague? Tyrellians?
Yep, that would be the Trellians.
Should kick Thomas off the game.
I like his answers. They're funny.
Thomas, it's your turn.
TAS for 200. What is yesteryear? No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it
Yes.
is. You got one.
Despite your best efforts, you got some points.
He got one. Omni, it's your turn.
Let's do TAS for 500.
All right, Omni, you have quite a lead. You're up on your nearest
Oh, that-
competitor by 3,500 points. You can bet up to 4,100.
I will
And
bet
50.
5 points, please.
All right, for 500,000 points.
5 points.
5 points.
5 points.
Identify this episode.
I can play it again if you need it.
No, there's not necessary. I have no idea. What is cause and effect?
it's the one with the devil, isn't it?
Yes, it is Thomas. Which is not cause and effect, unfortunately.
What is Gelogia?
Geologia.
The
I'm
Magic
afraid not.
of Negus 2.
Darn.
Where the devil is the good guy.
Hmm.
Written probably by a librarian.
All right, Mercer, your turn.
300 for spices and herbs and peanuts.
As possibly their last chance to be alone for the next 18 years, Tom planned a picnic which featured potato salad with extra of this spice, just the way Balana liked it.
I'm gonna pass because Voyager's Voyager.
Thomas,
Pass.
Omnicast.
Pass. What was it?
Paprika.
That's odd. That's odd.
It's great on potato salad. I've had it many
That's
times.
true. That's true.
And Thomas, it's your turn.
TAS 400. What is the Lorei signal?
Nicely done.
Back in positive territory. Well done. And Omni, it's your turn.
Let's do herbs and spices for 200.
Thinking that Worf and Jadzia's wedding would be canceled, Bashir's large dinner order included a baked potato topped with sour cream and leaves.
What are chives?
That's correct.
I was gonna say Jeopnerdy.
They don't taste so good on baked potatoes.
Indeed.
Which reminds me, tomorrow I'm going to Longhorn to have a loaded baked potato. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, baby.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, Mercer.
I'll take the Orville for 600, please. No, I'm just kidding. Buy the numbers for 200, please.
Including Duran, there were this many hosts of the Dax symbiont prior to Jadzia.
Pass. I'm not going to lose.
Thomas.
Pass.
Thomas. Omnicast.
I don't pass.
I want to get into
7.
Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
I'm surprised none of you got that one.
Hey
I
Mercer,
was gonna say 7. That was my instinct, but I didn't want to lose Final. I didn't want to like get booted from the game.
Because Duran throws you off. He's the extra one.
Yeah.
Hey Mercer, I got my Eagle Moss shuttle from the Orville season 3.
Oh, you got the season 3 one. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, looks nice.
So it's now no longer Eagle Moss, is it though? Is it another company?
Yeah, I don't pay attention who it is.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to get. They have the Kalon cruiser, which I want to get. The Kalon Interceptor.
Okay, Thomas, your turn.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for
TAS for 300. What is the counter clock incident?
Nicely done.
Nice.
No idea how I remember those.
The real April.
Exactly.
And Omni, it's your turn.
Let's do T species for 2.
After a war devastated the surface of their planet, survivors of this species moved underground and developed their mental power, which they ultimately found to be like a narcotic.
Who are the Telosians?
That's it.
Okay, Mercer. 100 or 100?
I'll take Deep Space Nine. Whatever.
This was the number of runabouts initially assigned to Deep Space Nine.
What is 3?
That's correct.
That's a $100 question there, right?
Things only Thomas knows for 28,000. And the answer is, what is the color of my cat? And my answer is, what is orange and white?
Unfortunately, you'll get herbs and spices for 100.
To go with his Katarian eggs, Kirk asked Picard to get him some of this herb, which was behind the oregano.
It's my favorite scene in all Star Trek, where they
The fleas off of Butler.
No.
Beautiful day.
Omni.
Did he pass, or was that an answer? I don't know.
Yeah, yes.
That was a pass? All right. What is
his
Dill?
answer.
What is Dill?
That's right.
Okay.
That's my favorite scene in all Star Trek. Is that
He
scene.
answered, so.
I thought he passed. Okay.
Like on the it's just like Star Trek meets Martha Stewart or something.
Okay. Cosmo in the private chat. Hey, we got a tie for second place right now. Is there how much you would like to wager on this category?
High schools.
What's the category?
High school.
High schools. Just give me 1 second.
Thomas, I can't put that in. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Let's reveal our clue.
She told Archer that her old high school had been renamed after him, which would make 2 or 3 dozen schools with the captain's name just in North America.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla.
What are you looking for?
Who told Archer
Person.
her old high school?
Oh, who told? Okay, you're looking for that. Okay. Sorry, I was a little slow on that one, but there you go.
Your answers into the game board. Got a little bit of an echo there.
Predicate there or something like that. I couldn't understand the question.
Find out how we did. Mercer, you had 800 points. Entering final Jeopnerdy, your response to the clue.
Captain Hernandez? That would be correct.
Nice.
Very good. And how much did you bet? 4 points. Giving you 800, 4 points.
Yay!
Thomas, you also had 800 points entering Final Jeopardy. What was your response to the clue?
What the? Fortunately,
he-
And how much did you bet? All of your points, taking you down to 0. Sorry about that. And Omnicast, you had a bit of a lead there at 4,995 points. What was your reply?
it was Hernandez. Very good.
And how much did you wager? 2,900 points, giving you 7,895 points. And I think, Omni, you're the champion. Yeah, you are.
Must be rigged, right, Thomas? Yeah.
Well, they put TAS as a whole category for 3 games, so it's definitely rigged.
Well, for some people, it's their weak spots, right? So
That's what I hear.
right, that's what he heard.
The
No
only
tricks.
one in my house that watches the animated series is Dermal. I don't even watch.
Well, I think for most people, it's their weakest of all, right? I mean, as far as recollection's concerned, but
Well, how do you recall something if you've never watched it?
well, that too. But I mean, all right, we don't go back and rewatch those. I mean, maybe John, you do. I know you love the animated series, and maybe Jeff, I don't know, but I've seen them maybe once a long time ago. I haven't really gone back and rewatched them.
I think I've seen him maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay. Whereas I'm always rewatching Voyager and DS9 and Next Generation. I love it. You know, it's always on the background somewhere.
Yeah, that's what makes Star Trek such an interesting thing. It's like, in the end, with almost any franchise, people like the characters. For example, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they like Tony, they like Peter, they like Thor. The problem is that each quote episode costs $250 million to make. So even with like 20 movies, you still don't get to see characters that you like all that often. Whereas with Star Trek, you can just pop on an episode and watch it, and even if the story is kind of lame, you just enjoy watching it, you know?
Absolutely.
What's
up, Tokyo?
I'm not here.
You know,
that's kind of the appeal of what makes the reruns so good is that,
Getting away
you
limbs
know, you
together.
just get to see them again, you know? I mean, except for we never saw Captain Baudet. You know, I don't know if there's been any drawings of him.
we've never seen him, right?
Not that I recall. They've talked about him.
Right. That was the joke.
I love that John brought up the episode with the path to Kalhaya, because like that episode always makes me hungry. Whenever they get to Quark, so they start ordering food. Like, they order like everything they can.
And no refunds for those in the Path to Kaltaya either.
That steak did look good, actually. Yeah. Replicated bird meat.
You know, it looked really good. All of the food on TOS in the rec room.
What was that though? They were like
They're all
squares
cubes.
of. What are they?
Cubes, ration cubes.
But
like chicken sandwich and coffee.
Right, that wasn't a cube.
No, those were tribbles.
Those were
I got
tribbles.
into my chicken sandwich and coffee. I want them off the ship. I don't care how. I just want them off the ship.
Kirk was eating on the bridge. I think it was on the Man Trap, I believe. Those cubes. He was like snacking on them. I don't know what they are. They were like pieces of bread with food coloring. I mean, I don't know what that was.
One thing they should have done on the show, and they did it in the Orville, is that they actually watched TV between star systems on the bridge view screen.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's one thing I always thought they should have done, and they only did it on Orville.
You know,
I mean, what else are you gonna do with these long voyages between star systems? You know, just like
speaking of food, the
Thomas?
real time is that we are 15 years, almost 15 years. Oh, I'm sorry, almost 10 years past Back to the Future Part 2. And we still don't have spreadable seeds that you put in the microwave and it becomes a Pizza Hut pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You, boy, Mom.
Yeah, don't have
still know how
flying
to hydrate
cars
a
either.
Not yet. I mean, we do actually, just not.
Well, not like in that film.
I like
And
when
Thomas,
that's not licensed
you
to
watch
fly
your TV
one.
for a change, huh?
Thomas, that's just another example of your brain damage caused by the brainwashing.
Boy, Mom, you sure know how to hydrate a pizza. It was not a seed. It looked like a miniature pizza.
Wasn't it?
No, if
See,
you
that
look
she
at
spread
the
her on the
prop,
plate and it became a pizza.
yeah, it looked like a tiny pizza that when and she took it out of the oven, it became a full size pizza.
It was like a Black and Decker food rehydrator or something, right? It
Yeah.
was yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this. Here's a really interesting fact. And I have a few of these. In 2015, USA Today actually put out on the day that they went to the future. USA Today actually put a newspaper out that matched the newspaper that was in the movie.
Oh
Like
wow.
everything about it.
The cover, yeah.
The cover, and even all the stories were Back to the Future themed. Like all the inserts, they had I bought like 6 of them as a collector's item.
Oh,
They
that's
had
funny.
like a big advertisement for Jaws 19
Jaws, yeah,
in
3D.
the movie section.
It was what Pepsi Perfect they came out with. They actually came out with it.
Yeah, you could buy Pepsi Perfect, but I bought the newspaper because it was the same price as a regular newspaper. You had to
Wow.
go to the store. You could go
That's
to like
awesome.
a gas station that one day and buy that newspaper.
The Cubs won the
Thomas?
World Series, right? Yeah.
Thomas, who's Brian?
My Brian is fine.
Brian and Brian.
Brian's a dog.
Yes, we're going to have a question on truck tomorrow.
Who's going to be on it?
People.
Usual suspects.
I remember the one time I was on it, I kicked some major butt.
Me too.
Maybe you should be on it again.
Well, I don't know how to get on it again.
Just be there.
I can see if we can get you on.
When I was on,
It is on
emergency.
earlier than it used to be. It's on at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that's still what.
How
1
long does it go
a.m. here?
to? How long does it last?
3 a.m.
Usually an hour and a half or so.
Okay, because last time, like I went on it just kind of on a whim, but I didn't know how long it was going to be. Oh,
Cinnabon. I'm banned from my superior knowledge. Today is
No,
the
you're
show,
not.
dude. Good job today, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Back to the Future too. I think it was a fun movie.
They're all good.
I
Every one of
didn't
them's
like
good.
Dune 2. I went to see Dune 2 and I didn't like it. And I love the
John
first
went and saw it today.
Yes, I would say that overall it was good, although I did have some reservations about it.
The pacing was off. There was no establishing shots. Like they go for without giving any spoilers. There's no spoilers, but there'd be a scene where the bad guys are talking, and they cut to a scene
Night,
where
Mikey.
the good guys are talking, and there would be no transition. It was just annoying. I was really annoyed by it.
Did they have any astronauts behind a bookcase?
No, but they had a whole short film that was black and white, stuck right in the middle of the movie. And John knows what I'm talking about, right, John?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, what is this? Why are they doing this? And it was not even to introduce anything interesting. It was just to introduce one dude.
Maybe to save budget.
Without giving away spoilers for anyone who wants to see it, there is a character introduced there who is important later in the movie.
Yeah, but not that important, and certainly not enough to warrant that much time to introduce.
Patrick Stewart come back in this movie?
That would be cool.
I was so disappointed.
He can barely
I was
stand up.
like,
I don't think he's coming back for
I love
anything.
The first one.
He thinks he can play Picard again. Nope.
And I missed Oscar Isaac and I missed Jason Momoa, who were in the first one. Without them, the movie lacked gravitas. Didn't have their performances to really lean into as supporting characters. I don't know. I was just disappointed. Maybe I was in a bad mood, but I was just disappointed. And that black and white film looked awful.
Thomas still with us? Oh, he signed off. Aw.
Oh.
Thomas was
Yeah,
another
Thomas.
one dominating game 2 like that.
Thomas, come on back up.
Well, then against me, everybody's a force to be reckoned with nowadays. My
No.
memory's been shot.
You did pretty good.
The
You all
last
had,
month.
you had even scores. You all had like 2,200 going into the end, right? of
Yeah,
that
it was
game.
very
No,
close.
2,000.
Yeah.
It was very close at Final Jeopnerdy.
And they really wasted Stellan Skarsgård.
My issues with the film mostly revolved around the things that I felt they had changed from the book.
My issues were pacing. Pacing, almost everything it was just pacing. It was like you don't know how much time is passing. Without giving any spoilers, he sends a message with his seal, and then he gets a message instantly and then reads it. And it was 1 minute of screen time, even though it's a message that was a physical message. The pacing was all over the place.
I'm not a big Dune guy. Is this a sequel to the original movie that came out in the 80s?
No,
Or-
this is a sequel
No.
to Part 1, which came out in 2021.
Got it.
This is this is
Was
like the
that far back?
continuation of that story to finish it off.
Wasn't there a mini series too? I remember something
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Is that connected or that's something totally different?
That's totally
Sci-Fi
different.
Network.
It's the
Right.
same story, but it's a totally different continuity.
They're all
Different, okay, so-
basically-
Yeah.
There are 3 different versions of the first book.
And this
I
one
liked
is
the first
cool.
movie. I thought it was good.
Now
The
that I've
original
seen all
movie was
three-
good.
Yeah, now that I've seen all 3 versions, I think the miniseries is my favorite one.
Hey,
Somebody's
Patrick,
breathing
can you
really
move your
Patrick,
microphone a little
someone's
bit away from
breathing
you
real
for me?
hard.
Yeah,
What?
Can you move your
we're,
microphone?
we're
just
getting a
little
lot
bit
of
away from me?
breathing sound
Oh.
from you.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep right now.
John was
I mean, I
talking
fell
all
asleep
over
watching
Darth Vader,
Dune,
I'm
too.
Sorry.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
I thought that
Yeah.
microphone was correctly positioned, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That's much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, that's much better. Fine. Okay.
Cinnabon,
Thanks for letting me
there
know.
has been no bullying.
Brad Wolf
Speaking
says
of
it's the
people who
same
aren't back
stories.
yet.
He's here's excellent. And the ladies said she's been interesting.
Sin, come
Okay.
on back up, man.
Yeah, it was great to see Cinnabon and
I was
Thomas
just
together.
hoping for one good joke in the movie too, not even like just anything that would make me even smile.
That first game, I got to hand it to Sin. I really thought Patrick had that one in the bag.
Yeah, as did I.
Should have seen my reaction on Discord to Omni when Sin won. I was like, "Holy SH, Sin won! Oh my god!"
I wasn't even listening yet. I wasn't in my car yet. I was like, okay. And then I finally.
I couldn't believe I couldn't even think of the guy's name from Back to the Future. I mean, the Krug's name.
Krug.
I had a picture of him in my head.
Would you accept a Doc Brown in lieu of?
Maybe.
I just couldn't even my mind wasn't. It was like a brain fart. It was like
I couldn't either. No, you're right. 100% right. I couldn't. I was thinking Cord, but I know that was the guy from 5. I knew that was wrong, but that's what came to my mind was the
when
K.
the spotlight is on top of you. It's
It's
not
not-
really a spotlight, but when you're in that moment, it's so hard to pull it out.
Yeah, and you see the timer counting down on the screen. You know, it's like, yeah, it's not easy.
No, it
That's
isn't.
why question of Trek, you can kind of leisurely work your way up to an answer. You know, you can think about it, you can ponder it for a while, you can stew on it, you can go back and forth with your teammate. It's nice, you know.
You can try to stall.
You can stall a bit, right? Yeah, Jeopardy, you got that timer, man. It's it. It's just you know you got to do it.
Blinking until boom, you're
Right.
And the harder you think, the harder it is because
Well,
you know what the answer is, but you can't think of it.
You can blame Cinnabon for that because he wanted an indication of how much time was left.
Well, it's good. I mean, it's like the show.
Well, what you don't see on television is they do have lights that blink on the real game show, although they don't give an indication of how much time is left to buzz
You have
in.
the podium, like the lights on the podium, right? Where you stand.
Yeah.
There's like
Well, you got that, but that tells
The
you how much
contestants-
time you have to answer. But
right.
When the lights blink on the board itself on the game show.
Oh, on the
That-
actual
that-
board. Okay.
Yeah, you don't see that on television, but it gives the players an indication of when they can buzz in.
Right.
And how much, you know, when they stop blinking, then it's, I mean, you hear the sound effect too, but.
Yeah, I actually, when I was out in LA, I tried out for Jeopardy, the real one, not Jeopnerdy. And
Jeopardy.
it's a 50 question test that you sit in the studio audience. Okay, so you're actually sitting where the audience would sit. They give you the test. This is back 20 years ago, I think. And you have to get 40 of the 50 right. Again, this is back then. And these are not the easy questions that you can answer like on TV where you know them. This is like 11th century poets and, just really obscure stuff. Okay, and you have to know it. If you get 40 of the 50 right, or you get to go to do a screen test at that point, and they actually put you on the stage, and they see how you do with the buzzer. They see if you're not nervous, if you're sweating, and they see how you look on camera, and then decide who they're going to make a contestant at that point. But it was very hard. I think I got maybe, I don't know, 18 of the questions right, or 19. I mean, some ridiculously low number. I was embarrassed. Let's just put it that way.
One time, I didn't do anything like that. That's pretty an awesome story, though. At Disney World, they used to have this attraction called "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire," and it was just like the actual game show, but it wasn't the actual game show. But they set it up just for Disney World guests, and sometimes they would just do all Star Wars questions, depending on whether it was Star Wars weekends or not, which I wanted to do, but they didn't get on that show. But what they would do is instead of phoning they'd have the entire arena set up just like the game show, only it was just for the parks. It wasn't they weren't.
That'd be fun,
right? Mm-hmm. But one thing that they would do is that they change the lifelines. Like instead of phoning a friend, you'd phone a complete stranger, and what would happen is they would call, and a phone would ring like somewhere in the park, and somebody at random would answer it. You'd have to ask that person what the question is.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
I thought they just dial a number randomly and get like a pizzeria or something,
in the park, any guest could answer it. You know what I mean? Any guest walking around the park could answer it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's clever. And I do remember that actually. Yeah.
Can you imagine that they actually do call some random person, and the other person, you hear in the other line, "This is the office of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. How can I help you?"
There was a real episode of the show where the guy called his dad.
This is about global warming.
Question. The guy called his dad. He's like, "Dad, I'm just calling you because I'm about to win $1 million." Because he didn't need the actual help.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm about to win $1 million. I just wanted to call and let you know."
What was that show? Impractical Jokers? I don't know. Those guys are funny. They put them in a room with phones, one of them, and they had to dial somebody and sell them something over the phone. They had to sell them like some kind of jewelry. I don't know, something. And they had no phone book. They're just dialing numbers by random. One of them remembered the number to their local pizzeria, though, dialed them and said, "Hey, listen, I'm on the show. You got to help me. I have to win this. Can you please just buy this, whatever it was? I think it was a piece of jewelry or something." And they did it. He got his credit card number, and he won the contest. It was very funny.
There was a game show, like long before Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. There was an 80s game show where the grand prize was $1 million, but you had to win 3 days in a row. And it was all word puzzles. And the last round of each day was like you were in a soundproof booth, so you could not get help from the audience. And it was all about getting a word right. It was called $1 Million Challenge, I think it was called. And you can find the episodes on YouTube, but it's one of those game shows that everybody forgot about. It is extremely difficult. And what they would do is they would put $1 million right in the middle of the stage, like in this big pot. And each time you won, they would just give you a stack of the money. So you could take this stack of money and not come back tomorrow, or you could come back tomorrow, and if you win for 3 days, then you get the $1 million. And so they made it really hard to resist just getting a big stack of money.
I mean, if you watch those old game shows, the prize amounts were so small. I mean, you'd be on Match Game, you'd win $800. Like, oh, I mean, I guess back then that was maybe a lot of money, but come on. I mean, it's like it's all they had.
Look this up. I'll try to find a link. It was called $1 Million Challenge or something like that. And like I said, it was really hard.
Yeah, Brad Wolf remembers the skit I was talking about on Impractical Jokers. Yeah, it was a punishment. And they were in like a room, a hot room with a bunch of phones. I don't know who thought about that. That was so funny. I remember the $25,000 pyramid. That was a lot of money.
That show
with Dick Clark, right?
Yeah, that was a great show.
And that was a lot of money back then.
It was, yeah. I mean, you're talking 1980-ish.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
I found it. I'm going to put it in the private chat. You can see the pot of the money right in the first frame. You can see the pot of money. So I put it in the private chat.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's funny about $20,000 pyramid. Basically, very similar to playing taboo.
I'm going to strike now.
Dick Clark made that show.
We are on the way to copyright strike.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah,
I mean, there have been other iterations of the pyramid show, but they were
They had-
never good.
They
like
had the
Dick Clark.
$50,000 pyramid, right?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
there have been other
The
people
upgrade.
that have hosted the show,
got you. Yeah, I got you.
and they were not good. Dick Clark made that show.
He was great. He was
Whether
great.
it was the 25,000, the 50,000, $100,000 pyramid,
Whichever.
whatever. Yeah,
Trebek
Because he was
hosted,
very natural.
Trebek hosted
Yeah, he was.
Concentration as well as Jeopardy.
Concentration?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
All right, so you see the link I posted with this game show. It was $1 million prize back in the '80s, which meant a lot.
Let me open it up in a new tab here. Oh, commercials. What was it? I remember on Wheel of Fortune, too, like they had the $25,000 thing would drop from the ceiling, right? If you want. I mean, that was like a lot of money. That was a lot back then. You know, oh, I see the $1 million
Look at that big pot
there.
of money. They actually
Wow,
bring
look at
them
that.
up on stage.
They do have $1 million spot now on Wheel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember this game show at all, and I like game shows. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is that
love
Vicki
game
Lawrence?
shows.
Who is that?
I
don't
guess
know who
it's
this
one
is.
of those ones I remember. You had to win for 3 days to get the million, and they would give you just a pump, like a little stack of that from that. pot,
Wow. Yeah.
trying
Who's
to
the
get you to
host?
leave.
Oh, it's the guy from. Who's the host of the show? Who?
I don't know the guy.
Jim Lang? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like Sale of the Century too. That was a good show.
Huh.
I never cared for that one.
Yeah.
Press Your Luck was always great.
Press Your Luck.
I like
I
card
Right,
I
there you
like
go.
Fresh for Luck.
Right?
Card sharks.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop!
When you come out and peek out.
Remember the Card Sharks?
Card Sharks was
Card
good.
Sharks. Yeah, I like Card
Higher,
Sharks.
lower, freeze.
Let's Make a Deal was good too.
Which one?
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's
care
make
for
a
that one
deal
either.
with Monty
Like
Hall,
the old-
right?
Yeah.
How many people spent their afternoons when they're sick with chicken soup and Bob Barker hosting?
Yes,
Right. I mean,
100%. Yes.
there was one time when he got so angry at this girl for screwing up the game when she was trying to write down the price of the car.
Oh, really? He yelled at
Screwing it
on
up.
stage? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, on stage he just started swearing, but fortunately they muted the microphone.
That's unusual for Bob Barker. I thought he only beat up on Happy Gilmore. I didn't think he actually beat up on his audience, his studio.
He actually was swearing and they muted his microphone.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, it's funny. But you're right. That's the only time you get to see that when you were sick, homesick from school, right? And then after that, you had the 12 o'clock news, and after that was The Young and the Restless and all these other daytime dramas that were on, right? Like,
Yeah, dude,
you never got to watch those.
Grandma's house.
Yeah, right.
You're homesick, and it's part of being sick is watching Bob Barker.
100% right. 100%.
Or
Soap operas,
during the
Love
summer.
Connection, and court shows.
I was going to say The People's Court with Judge Wapner, right? That was the other one.
Yeah.
Right?
Dun.
Too bad that show got canceled,
Dun,
like,
dun,
You ever seen the
dun,
Family Guy
dun.
episode of Blue Harvest when after John Williams plays the Luke Skywalker Force theme, he starts playing the People's Court?
People's Court theme. With Rusty the Bailiff, right? Wasn't it Rusty? Yeah. Oh, that's
And Doug
funny.
Outside. Doug came back for the later seasons.
Doug Llewellyn, right?
Yeah.
He came
Yeah.
back as the host. That's right.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
Mark
right.
Doug
God.
Wapner back once.
Vicious.
Marilyn Milieu,
Savage
or
after
whatever
every
her
case,
name
man.
was on the show. They did bring back Wapner once.
Wapner, he was good. I like Wapner. He was all right.
Yeah.
He was
I
good.
liked
Wapner and Millian were the best judges on the
Yeah.
show.
I thought Ed Koch was pretty good though when he was on for a minute. Oh, well, I mean, he's funny though. I mean, he's like he was, and then Judge Judy's husband was on there for a while too.
He's the one
Dude,
that
there
brought
was
the
this
show
one
back.
episode where the guy
Right.
was walking in the room. You know how you open the doors? He walked into the room and he had like somebody with him, but he just ignored them. And he walked. He was this huge guy, really fat, and he walked in and he let the door slam on the person behind him. and he walked in.
You mean those little half doors that you push to get into the court area? You mean
Yeah,
those little
he just let the door
saloon kind
slam
doors? Yeah,
into the person behind him.
it's pretty funny.
Gotta
That's
find
pretty
that
funny.
clip.
And
was
Judge Judy's
one
great
case.
too, but yeah,
There was one
I
case.
never cared for Judy.
yeah.
Never liked her.
Judy's great, but no, there's
I
one case
did
of
like
people's
her
court that I have to tell
when
you
she
guys
ripped
about.
a new one for the people trying to scam somebody out of a cell phone. That was the
Hang on,
funny. Like,
sir, hang on a second. Sorry, hang on a second. This is one case where it was a car accident case, and the defendant was found not liable. Goes out to the hallway, and it's not Doug, it's the other guy.
Okay.
And the guy goes, "So what happened? What happened out there?" The defendant's like, "I don't know. D hit him. D must have got him because I didn't hit him." Yet calling you the suspect. I mean, what do you think about that? 'Cause I don't know. D hit him. D hit him. That's the only thing I can think of. D hit him. D what? D's nuts.
They said
What?
it.
D's
He
nuts.
said it
Yeah,
on
he
TV.
said it.
Oh,
It went
wow.
viral, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
well, there
He
was
dropped the
this
D's
one-
nuts in people's court.
There was this
D's nuts.
Judge Judy episode where these people were scamming people out of cell phones by like listing cell phones on eBay, and then they said, "We're going to send you what's in the picture," right? So they would actually send people just a photo of a cell phone in the mail, and then take the money. Judge Judy ripped her a new one. Oh my God! You got to look like you just send a picture of the cell phone to the person.
That's
who
pretty
ordered it.
pretty bad.
And Judge Judy ripped her a new one and was getting child support information. Like, if you guys have any kids, I'm reporting it to DIFUS.
Yeah, she would. She would too. She hated pit bull owners too. Like anytime they had a pit bull incident, dog biting incident, they were finished. I don't know why they'd even bother going on the show.
Judge
Because
Maryland, too. People's
oh
court
yeah,
pits, too.
yeah. But you're done. You're automatically done. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, what kind of leash you had on the dog or supposedly had on it, you're paying $5,000. There's no way around it.
Did you see Rayman? Like, where the guy's like, I got to watch Wapner.
Yeah, Wapner.
And Tom Cruise is like, they're making legal history in there. Judge Wapner.
Legal history. That was a good movie, actually.
Guy
That
goes
was
to get his blood sucked
I
out by
like
the
that
Zindi.
movie.
Are we going to be back in time? I don't want to miss Conan.
actually- Conan.
No, you're going to be dead, hooked up to a blood-sucking machine.
That episode was so weird with Loomis. There was a question tonight about that episode. It was such a off. By the way, the girl that used to host John Campia's show with him, Erin
Which
Cummings.
one?
Erin Cummings was in Carpenter Street as one of the prostitutes. That was her first television and acting role at all. Was in Carpenter Street. Not the prostitute that he ended up taking, but the first one that approaches him. That was Erin Cummings, and that was like John's co-host for many years.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about? The first prostitute.
The one that walks up to the car and then.
Yeah, the one that.
But he asks for her friend instead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Erin
You don't know what
Cummings.
you're missing.
Yeah,
Apparently not, because I did watch John Campia back in the day, and she was on it.
Yeah, that was her. And now
Loomis didn't need
Campia, I
her
don't
blood.
watch him anymore, but I did watch him for a while.
Remember the Morton Downey show? Remember that guy?
Oh, I used to sneak down to the basement to watch. I watched the movie. I watched Morton
I
Downey
kill Bob
Jr.
Morton because he made a mistake.
Yeah.
Now it's time to erase that mistake.
So that show was so good with the
He was
loudmouth.
the loudmouth smoking cigarettes on stage. He
And he
was a mess.
smoke in people's faces.
He blew.
And he had Ron Paul in that show. He had Ron Paul a couple times. Oh, that was
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that was the good old days, man. Richard Bay was a good one.
No, Morton Downey Jr. was my favorite show, and I was way
Yeah.
too young for it, but I loved it.
Anybody remember when Jerry Springer was a serious talk show?
I do. He wore a suit. He had he was a normal talk show host, right?
I mean, he was a normal talk show host all the way through until his death, but his show wasn't. It used to be just normal. Like, okay, so now we've got this teenage prostitute who's coming in and doing all these ridiculous things. We got to ridicule her. We're gonna have a race riot on my stage. He had some really serious topics.
He did, and then it went off the rails. Then they realized you can get more ratings with the trash. You know, and that started a whole phenomenon. And then Maury got into it too, because Maury was serious too when he started his show, right? Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Or Murray, as you called him, Jeff, on
the. But Maury Downey Jr. started that.
And now he's known for "You are the father."
Exactly. But he didn't do all that initially.
That was a lie.
Maury Povich. Do you remember A Current Affair?
Maury, so.
Yes.
Well, maybe you remember, Jeff, A Current Affair. That was his first big national show that he was on.
I know of it. I don't think I ever really watched it.
It was like a tabloid news show before Inside Edition, before all of those. It was called A Current Affair.
Yeah, it was really stupid. It had a little triangle.
The triangle.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really watch that.
It wasn't meant to be funny, except for the voice that they had was when they did that show with what was his name? Catch a Predator show with Hanson, right? But they would have this voice that would come on to do the guys that they were trying to catch. It's like, can I come over to your house tonight? It was like a creepy voice. It's the same voice every time. Can I come over to your house tonight?
Were they remember the original Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack?
That was a good show, actually.
Yeah, I like that show.
That was really good entertainment. Like, there was interesting stories on that show. I don't know. Yeah.
I saw Unsolved Mysteries before I saw Airplane 1. So I couldn't take Airplane 1 seriously when Robert Stack came on. Everybody's ass in the airport.
Robert Stack was in
Transformers.
Robert Stack was in Transformers the movie.
Oh, was he?
Played Ultra Magnus.
Yes,
but
he was.
That was a good. If that show was on, you'd actually watch it though. Unsolved Mysteries, especially like a new one.
Good show.
It was a decent show. Like
I liked it.
I liked Ripley's Believe It or Not or Candid Camera. All those.
Yeah,
shows.
but Rescue 911 wasn't bad either, and that was Shatner.
Rescue 911 was great.
It was a good show. Like it was for the time. Well, I mean, yeah, they had the reenactments, like dramatic reenactments of 911 stories, I suppose. But
Shatner's presentation was pretty.
He was good. He was decent.
It was pretty good. It was un-Shatner-like.
Yeah, it's true. Like when he's doing these, what's it, Unsolved Mysteries now, or not unsolved? What's it called? Not Unsolved Mysteries. Mysteries of the Universe. What is it?
The Unexplained.
Oh, sorry, the Unexplained. Thank you. I couldn't think.
Yeah.
He's full Shatner.
Riker do it? Didn't Riker do a show like that with alien autopsies or something?
Riker did the one called
Alien
Believe It or Not.
It was. It's on the tip of my freaking
Beyond Belief, Fact
Beyond
or
Belief,
Yeah,
Fact or
Beyond
Fiction.
Autopsies.
And Dean Cain
Totally
did
fabricated.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Dean Cain, Superman. Yes,
Superman,
yes.
And then he became MAGA, and then nobody liked him anymore.
He actually he is. He's one of the it's true. He's totally blacklisted. He won't get work out there anymore.
Who's that?
No, Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
I like Dean Cain.
Yeah,
I do too.
You guys were talking about Dick Clark earlier.
Yeah.
Well, Dick Clark did a voice of one of the Transformers, Cliff Jumper, and he did it for many seasons.
Really?
Many episodes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did a couple other voices on Transformers, but he did Cliff Jumper. But then there was an episode that caused him to leave the show, where they were talking about an Arab country called Karbamia, right?
Karbamia.
Right? And when they aired that episode, he's like,
Casey
"I'm
Kasem.
leaving. I'm not doing this show anymore."
Karbamia. And the
That's
ruler,
pretty funny.
IDE.
That's a true story. He left the show after that, but he did two or three voices. He did like Blue Streak. He did Cliff Jumper.
That's awful.
That's pretty on the nose. Yeah, that's not even trying to hide it.
Borders a country called Women Can't Drive a Stand. Up to the north is We'll Behead Ya.
We'll Behead Ya. That's a good one. I like that.
That's terrible.
There's so many good voices on
That's like, oh gosh.
and G.I. Joe. They had so many good voices. Like in G.I. Joe the movie, they got Burgess Meredith to play the villain.
He's great.
Yeah.
He played Globulus.
Nimoy was in that, wasn't he?
Nimoy was in the Transformers.
Transformers.
Movie with Galvatron.
Yeah.
And he
Really
was in
came
the
back to live
fourth.
action.
He was in the fourth live action movie.
Yes, he was.
I think it was the fourth. The third or the fourth. I think it was the third, actually.
It was No. I don't trust my memory anymore. It's third or fourth.
It was either third or fourth. I think it was the third now that I'm thinking about it. The one with the moon.
Dark of the Moon or something, whatever it was
Dark
called.
Side.
That was Nimoy.
Yeah, I think that was the name of it.
And he's related. He's related to Michael Bay in some distant way, like they're uncles or cousins or something.
Well, everybody I know of is connected to Kevin Bacon. It's possible.
Within 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, what is it? Or
Something like
6
that.
degrees of separation. Kevin Bacon. That's funny. But other shows, like game shows, like remember Double Dare on
Remote Control.
Well, that was a good
Mark
one
Summers.
too.
Or Gladiator.
Mark Summers.
American
Double Dare,
Gladiator
dude,
was my
Double Dare.
favorite.
Physical challenge.
Yeah. Physical.
Do you remember American
First off,
Gladiator?
the Enterprise was Spock. Good luck. Go through that lava pit.
They had that the slime that would come down from the
You can't do that on television.
Didn't care for American Gladiators.
That was a good show though.
I remember when they
I
had this,
never cared for
they
it.
had this
The first
gladiator
three
named
seasons were
Lace
great.
who was smaller than all the competitors, and somebody will always take her out. It's like, why was she even a gladiator? Because like the regular people were just like just clobber her. Like I just.
But they
felt
had
so
the
bad.
best names like Turbo, Nitro.
Which gladiator were you talking about, Mercy? I'm sorry.
What's that?
Which one were you talking about?
Lace.
Lace?
Yeah.
Lace was hot. That's why. Plus, she had a lot of
she
upper
was
body
like
strength.
she
that
was
you didn't see.
smaller than all the other people. Like, and she was a gladiator.
Yeah,
She was
but
supposed to be bigger.
she's also like, if you've seen her on the wall, she's quick, agile,
No, she
and gets
won't.
most of her opponents.
No, she was not quick on the wall. The only thing that
That's
she
right.
was good at was assault, where she fired the tennis ball. That was the only thing she
Oh
was.
no,
good
she
at.
was awesome in assault too, but she was good on the wall.
No, dude,
I
I,
mean,
remember
but that
one
was
time
it. She only had those
she
two
tried to
events.
grab an opponent by the ankle, missed, couldn't pull her off, then had a second chance to grab her, and still couldn't pull her off the wall.
And you remember the
well-
events and everything. This is incredible. I don't
Where
remember in
most
detail like this.
most gladiators wouldn't be able to go back up for a second try and catch
Well, the
him.
only reason she went up for a second try is because she never left the floor. She was trying to grab her when she was still like the height of her head up from her.
Now, what was really funny about Lace was when they threw her in the atmosphere.
Oh yeah. Or
She
when they
gets
put her,
thrown around like a rag doll.
or like when they put her on the joust when she was like smaller than the other competitor.
Oh,
the
she's
joust.
All they
terrible
had to do
on the
was just knock
joust.
her off.
I think in season 2 somewhere somebody just did a full-on Babe Ruth swing and she went flying across the studio.
Yeah, and also like the one where they do like the football before they put her in the conquer ring and they just carried her off out of the ring. She was so small.
She's awful. She has her events, but
They
no.
just literally carried her out of the ring.
We all used to
Sir,
watch it.
Brad Wolf has a message for you. Ellen had an episode of her comedy show before she came out where she was dating one of the American Gladiators.
It was super. That episode was super funny because she was dating Turbo, and they had a
Turbo.
backstory where Ice was going after Turbo also, but Ice is gay.
Okay.
I don't even know any of this.
Yeah, she was going
Didn't
after
watch either.
Turbo because there was this whole rumor thing because Turbo and Ice, they're like not Turbo, Nitro. I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. Nitro and Turbo. Nitro and Ice.
Don't forget
were
Laser.
best friends outside in the real world. And there was like 30 years ago when they first started out, there was this whole thing that they were dating, but Ice had been out of the closet as a lesbian for her entire life. And she said she hated doing that kissing scene with Nitro.
You know that show was based on a movie called The Running Man. That's like they got.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I love that movie, The Running Man. Written by Stephen King, by the way, the original story.
No, really? That was him?
Richard Bachman, Stephen King. It was one of his short stories.
And Richard Dawson from Family Feud was in it, right? That was him.
By the way, if you've ever watched, if you've ever watched the credits, there's two things I want to say about that movie. One, if you've ever watched the credits, there's not like a video Easter egg, but there is an audio Easter egg at the end of the credits. As the end, the announcer comes back up as you're watching the credits, and he tells you who the show is sponsored by.
Family Feud.
And one day I was cleaning the house. This is in 2017. I just said, I'm going to throw on this movie in the background. Not only was it the exact day that the movie had come out 30 years later, right? But it was also the year that the movie takes place in that I have to be watching it.
Wow.
It's surreal.
That movie had a great soundtrack too. It was Harold Faltermeyer did the soundtrack
Yeah.
for that one. He did obviously
Beverly
Hills Cop and Top Gun but it was that was a decent movie.
Zero. No, Sub-Zero. No, Plane Zero.
What did Schwarzenegger say at the end?
Zero.
That hit the spot.
That hit the spot. That's right. When he fires the guy through the whatever that shoot thing, right? Yeah, Richard Dawson.
Yeah, I thought
He
that
hits
was
the
a
billboard.
big-ass movie. Like when they all start rating these, like it's showtime. Do you remember the Star Trek reference in that movie when the guy from the band who was in the Star Trek episode is one of those fish people? What
Mick
was that guy?
Fleetwood?
Fleetwood Mac.
Mick
Yeah.
Fleetwood.
He was the leader of the resistance.
The Rebels. That's true. He
He
was.
the leader
Yeah.
of the resistance, and he made
You're
a
right.
Star Trek reference. He's like, "Mr. Scott, you have the con," or something like that. And when he's down there, and they're like, "Who the heck is Mr. Scott?" He's like, "Oh, whatever." That's a John question. That's going to be referenced next week on Jeopnerdy. John's going to put a question running.
That hit the spot.
It's a distinct possibility.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Mick Fleetwood references. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was 1987, the same year that Predator came out. I saw both in the theater.
I mean, Predator was obviously probably better.
To
But
the
I mean,
chopper.
They're both great. They're both fucking.
they're both good. Yeah.
They're both fantastic.
Get down.
Because Running Man was a good satire of what was happening. Like there was a little scene that you might have missed where Amber, the character, was with her friend, and they were in the studio, and they were trying to buy soda from the soda machine, and the sodas are like $6. But they're spending all this time trying to find all the change to put in the soda machine, and it was just totally true because sodas are getting to be that much money at the vending machine. Like to get a bottle of soda at work, I have to spend $2.50 to get soda. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's
becoming
like,
real,
That movie had so
unfortunately.
much, like the idea of them using CGI to replace an actor, like a stuntman with an actor. They predicted that in that movie. Because remember, they wanted to kill Ben Richards, so they set up
Right.
a fake scene and they mapped his real face onto the stuntman's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was absolutely predicting the future. That movie
It's true.
is so underrated in terms of what it predicted. Remember
No, it
Climbing
was-
for Dollars?
No, that was a good movie. A Commando he had, right? That was another one that was good.
It wasn't good, but it was
Commando,
awesome.
yeah.
I'm not going to say Commando was good, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a
And
terrible
Predator.
movie that was awesome to watch.
With little Alyssa Milano. Yeah.
Total Recall. That was a great one.
Oh, that
Total
was
Recall was
fantastic.
great.
Right?
Come on, go. You can
Like that
you
one.
get what you want. And give these people air.
Yeah.
See what the audience, and here's the story you might not know is that even though Michael Ironside played the villain, he actually
Yep.
became really good friends of Schwarzenegger because in between takes, Ironside would leave the set and you'd be all broken up. And Arnold went to visit him in his trailer. He's like, "Why do you keep leaving the set?" And he's like, "Because my sister has cancer," and he was something like that. And so Arnold took time out. They stopped shooting for a while so Arnold could talk to his sister and recommend a whole diet program for her.
Wow.
And after that, Ironside and Schwarzenegger, Ironside was like really thankful for Schwarzenegger and what he
Wow.
did for him.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love stories like that. Sometimes you
That
just
was
have
awesome.
to
It's
like
like
certain things are more important than the movie. Like I remember when they were shooting one of the Pirates movies. I think it was like the fourth one. Johnny Depp got a letter from a fan saying, from like a kid, like 11-year-old kid who wanted her whole like class to be pirates or something. They found out the school was right near where they were shooting, so Johnny Depp said, "We're shutting down. We're not shooting today." They all went to visit the kids at the school.
Wow.
Just because it was something fun to do. They all went in costume to visit the kids at the school. Just
Yeah.
That's
certain
nice.
things are sometimes more important than the actual shoot, despite how much money is being spent. It's a great story.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
such a
like
great
reading.
story.
I was reading a story today about Captain Archer, about Jonathan. What's his name? Scott
Was it a
Bakula.
non-canon story?
Well,
The damn no
Bakula
canon actor.
had
He doesn't exist. I'm telling
after the
you.
Columbia disaster. It took
Real.
many. It took a couple of years for them to launch another shuttle into space, and he had like the captain of that shuttle walk on the bridge of the Enterprise. I
Oh,
mean,
speaking
Look
of
who it is.
Welcome,
Oh.
Mr. Vice President.
Speak of the devil, and the devil appears.
Really?
Wow.
But you're not a
Oh,
devil.
dude, makes me sound like Bernie
What were you
Sanders.
saying about me?
Only
Talking about
good
how much you love
things.
Enterprise.
I can't
Damn
put my
non-canon
headphones-
actor.
I can't put my headphones on today. Is there any go or is it fine?
You sound all
It's
right.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't hear any echo.
That's good. I'm sorry I couldn't play today. I had a few other things I had to do, but I thought I'd check in and see how you all doing.
Thank
And
you.
I especially wanted to make sure poor Omnicast wasn't home with the others not receiving Paramount checks anymore.
Well,
Benny, you're not under a bridge or anything, are you? I hope not.
no, with the fine. The financial situation is stable. I did miss the first 2 rounds. I was working this afternoon, not for Paramount, my main job. All right, so I did get into round 3, but thank you for your consideration, Mr. Vice President. I do appreciate that.
Well, you are going to be out of the job for Paramount.
Very
Really soon.
glad.
Yeah, I know, right? Disney.
You're welcome to stay at the official vice president's residence anytime.
Thank you. You are so generous. You really are. Thank you, Mr. VP. We were joking earlier that if you had the discs, you'd break them. We said broken bow, and I said broken disc. If you had the Blu-rays of Enterprise, would you do that? Would you throw a disc and break it, or would you actually watch it?
I mean,
No.
I mean that is a bit of a waste.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I don't like it doesn't
It
mean
sure would be a waste not to watch them too.
just because I don't like them doesn't mean they can't be donated to a charity shop for some misguided fans to really enjoy them.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm glad you're here, Mr. VP. I've been watching Voyager this week a little bit, just like in the background as I'm getting dressed or as I'm doing things around the house. And there was an episode with Janeway. I wanted to bring this to your attention because I always say she did nothing wrong, but she was a little extreme in this one. Remember where the doctor, it was called Body and Soul, I think it is, where the doctor kind of merged with Seven and was hiding in her body because they were captured prisoners. Janeway, she threatened this ship. She's crossing this alien species space, and she's like, "Look, I don't have time for you. You're going to escort me through your space, or I'm going to destroy your ship." That's what she said. It's like, wait a second.
Typical Janeway.
Lokiram, the Lokiram they were called, right? Yeah.
Is that the one
But
where
people dust if they didn't do what she said.
It was like a swarm of ships, and she wanted to cross into this territory because it would like shave, I don't know, 3 months off the trip or something?
It wasn't that one. It was where this Lokiram people, they hated holograms. They had a problem with holograms, so the doctor hid in Seven's body, and they were captured, right?
Yeah.
And she ate the cheesecake, and they had a good time. Okay, but the way Janeway just dealt with this guy was like, wait a second, no, I'm going to cross your space, and if you don't like it, I'm going to destroy you. He's like, okay.
She's crazy.
Well, I thought of you. I thought of you.
More crimes when she hasn't had her coffee.
She really got above lieutenant, honestly.
And she goes, sometimes diplomacy requires saber rattling or something, is what she said. But you just threatened to destroy. What about the Prime Directive? Now, I'm going to cross your space and you're going to deal with it. Wait a second, what?
At least every time Kirk and Picard violated the Prime Directive, they had a good reason. It was just on a good trip, maniac-driven win.
So I'll give you that one, Mr. VP. She was a little rough on the Lokiram. She did blow up. She did blow up the Maelon, and nobody knew about it. She destroyed the Maelon ship right in the void. Okay,
got the garbage.
Target the cargo hold.
So was that your mother? Oh, you've jailed. Oh,
Look at this. This is a newspaper from Back to the Future
Oh, that's it.
that I
Okay.
got. It's a little old, like, but you can see like it's from Back to the Future too.
Oh, that's wicked.
Wow.
Cholesterol may be cancer cure.
No kidding.
Like I actually bought the
Wow.
a few other copies of it.
Do you have the almanac too?
No, I don't have the almanac.
Okay.
Three injured when mom rehydrates a pizza. Hollywood remake, man made in space.
Is it just the cover there, or is it the whole
The
paper?
whole issue. The whole issue.
Wow,
Right.
that's so rare.
Yeah, I have a couple
So
copies.
A little
cool.
out of focus there.
Sorry.
I didn't even know that the movie licensed that. That's so wicked.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this came out the day that the movie takes place. Like
I'm
in,
sure USA
What is it,
Today got
September
the
something?
they're
September
multi-million-dollar
15th?
media.
Yeah.
October 15th.
October.
Yeah. Some bandits strike.
Hang on, I'm just, sorry, I
Brad Wolf.
didn't see Brad Wolf's comment. I'm
Yes.
just going to read it.
Tokyo stocked up.
I'm guessing. Oh, now just.
Janeway didn't have her coffee. That's why she threatened the native species. The little Kirim.
Oh, yeah. It's no excuse, Mr. T-shirt. It's no excuse. Hang her in the morning. Hang her in the
Coffee
morning.
is a serious thing.
I didn't have my coffee.
I mean, there's
Well,
coffee
you
in
don't know
that
who we're talking about there.
spatial
Coffee
cluster.
nuts and vines.
That's it. I'll
That's
destroy
why
you.
she had to cross the space.
I mean,
She knew there was coffee in that space.
She didn't even
What
ask.
I want to know is how did she pass the Academy psychological evaluations?
Boothby helped her.
19.
Ah,
Boothby coached her.
For Jaws 19. This
Hope you
time
like
it's
Jaws
really
19.
personal. The best
That's
Jaws
great.
sequel
that's so cool.
the best Jaws sequel of the year.
Of the year. Of the year.
Of the year.
Jaws
Well,
19.
Spielberg produced Back to the Future, right? So I guess that was a little.
Yeah, so I'm
Well,
going to
not
show
to
you
him.
something on YouTube I found. So if you look, all these, for some reason it's torn up, but all the stories look like Back to the Future stories.
So how do you
Anyway,
keep that? It looks like it's kind of wrinkled. Can you keep it? Do you have a
Yeah,
couple of
I
them like in plastic or something? Or
I forgot to do that. I don't collect things, so I bought a few issues. The one I just happened to that was near me was torn up. I have a few other issues that are in better condition, but I don't keep anything clean. You know, I don't collect things. I don't know how to do that.
well,
You don't
newspapers are
collect
hard.
What do you
Yeah.
do then? You hoard things?
Well, let me show you this, guys, Joe.
You have to wrap them in plastic because newspapers turn yellow
Yeah,
and they start disintegrating after a while. It's hard to
Yeah.
keep them.
I
Brad
just
says,
want
don't
to
forget, she,
respond to
and don't
Brad
forget,
Wolf's
she was
comment.
very rather harsh on
if I
Harry.
may. I think
So
that
look
Getting
at
was
this
a-
trailer, guys. You guys could probably
I
play
think
this without a
that was
copyright.
Hey,
serious
hang
breach
on,
of
Mercer.
Harry I think that was a serious breach of Harry Kim's human rights. I agree with you, Brendan.
Who else would
well-
be officially reprimanded for getting his Kirk on?
I mean, he can't get promoted past instant. He's got to have some consolation prize, right? I mean, the poor guy.
Consolation prize. This is a game show.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
Is this a game show, Mr. VP?
No, I just mean that he's got to have some good things going in his life. Otherwise, the poor guy will, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, remember, it's all about the journey.
Well, yeah,
watched-
for some people the journey was fine. For other people, the journey was hell.
I just watched the episode Nightingale. The Nightingale one.
Ah,
It took-
yes,
it
that
took-
was a good.
I didn't like it at first, but I guess I kind of liked it more on the rewatch now. I didn't care for it the first time around, but
Oh, okay, fair enough.
no, it's not
I
bad.
can understand why Harry didn't want Paris to come along. He's like, not this time.
Right.
I'm sick of being in your shadow, buddy.
Exactly. And then I watched. Yeah, Boothby was great. I watched Fury. I never really understood that one either with Kess. Like that. Still
I
don't
didn't-
get it. I don't.
I don't understand why she was angry in the first place. She chose to leave.
Right,
Well,
and she said she was so confused and alone, and
She no longer had coffee.
There's a serious
That's
problem.
why she was angry.
Geez, people using coffee is such a bad excuse for bad behavior.
but didn't she turn into a pure energy at the end of the episode, The Gift, and then somehow she
Yes.
materialized again and has a ship, a little shuttle or whatever that she's in.
Yeah.
And she caught up to Voyager, which had gone through transwarp space and quantum slipstreams, and they've cut off about 30 years of their journey, but somehow Kess was right there with them. Like, I just didn't understand the whole thing.
I mean, Voyager's superior to Enterprise, but let's not forget.
You mean the show or the ship?
Man,
Excuse me.
You're right there.
You're a lozenge.
Jeff, you haven't got the
Maybe.
C word.
It's smart and it's quick,
I need that lozenge.
like her
Brad Wolf.
captain.
Anyway, I was going to say, but let's be honest, the writing wasn't as good as TNG or DS9.
That's a good point. Although they did some kind of the later seasons of Voyager got a little bit, I don't know, not experimental, but they tried some different things at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. The quality wasn't exactly there
I agree
on
with
some
that.
of them. Yeah,
I've heard that like a good metaphor is
Brian Fuller stuff was okay.
TNG is the best cola you've ever had, and Voyager's just Diet Coke.
But they had some good ones. I mean, they had some.
Thanks, Brad Wolf. I'll need it.
But I just didn't understand that.
Sorry.
I also what was it Unimatrix Zero. I was watching that one again, and then when the Queen says, "I'll be seeing you soon, Harry," but we never followed up on that. Like, were they going to kidnap Harry and assimilate him, or turn him into an agent? Like,
Harry.
yeah.
We'll see you
There are a
soon,
lot of
Harry.
What does that mean?
opportunities. What a missed opportunity.
Right?
She was taunting him.
Yeah, but why him?
Why not?
I was also disappointed. I would have preferred them to arrive back in the Alpha Quadrant before the season was over and then see what Starfleet did with the Marquis.
That's interesting, actually. So,
Yeah.
Like what? How long? Let me ask you a question. So, an episode or two, like or half a season? How long would you like to see them get back to settle everything? I mean, how much time do you need?
Well, at least
About 7 years.
Full
7
season
more
would be good.
years.
give them like a week's worth of episodes to be back, because there's also a lot to adjust when you've been away for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
Re-acclimatizing to Alpha Quadrant customs and civilization.
But
yeah.
see, Endgame was such a great episode. It kind of almost showed you without showing you what happened, right? We knew what happened to everybody when they got back home. That Janeway either told you or they recollected it. You saw them kind of older, Tom and B'Elanna, their daughter. So you kind of almost saw it, even though it was an alternate future.
It's been a while since I watched it. Did they say what happened to the Marquis members? Like, did they face prison time or anything?
That's interesting. You're right. They don't really talk about what happened to them specifically. I guess they were pardoned, right? You got to figure they were pardoned for their service to Starfleet, right? I mean,
I'd like to see Janeway imprisoned and the rest of them pardoned, but
so Janeway goes to, but then she'd be in New Zealand. Are you okay with that?
Sorry?
She'd be down by you.
She'd be down by you in New Zealand. Are you going to be okay with that, Mr. VP? I mean,
I'll move.
I'll move.
I would have liked to see the Hiroji come and do the Federation and the Dominion.
What's that?
A couple episodes. The Hiroji.
Yeah.
So I have a better copy right here. This one I kept in good condition.
Youth jailed?
You fart.
And it's, from that day, and it's in good condition. I think. I mean, it's not like in plastic, but I think
That's
I might
funny.
put it in plastic.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
Ship don't fly. What was that noise?
On the street.
You're on TV. My cat. My
Look at this
human-shaped cat.
headline. Public more gullible than ever.
Yeah. Made in space.
Well, that came true.
Hollywood to remake A Match Made in Space. That's George McFly's book.
That's
Right.
funny. Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep this issue. I find this is my best, probably my best copy of it. But
That's great.
I bought
That's
this
great.
in the regular newsstand
Planet Vulcan.
on the date, October 22nd, 2015.
That's great. Newsline.
Cool. Very cool
It's
movie.
pretty impressive. I never knew they came out with that. I know Nike came out with the shoes too during this
I don't
time,
have
right?
Pepsi Perfect.
Yeah, Mister, I would love to buy a copy of that rather than a set of Enterprise discs. I mean, what you've got there is priceless. I mean, what
It
you've
was,
got,
it was just the price of the
what
regular
you've got with
newspaper.
Enterprise is overpriced fan fiction.
No, come on. Some good stories in there.
That deserves to be put in the backstage and timeout for about 5 minutes. I don't have controls for that. Otherwise, you would be directly there now. 5 minutes to sit around and contemplate the mistakes of your words.
Timeout.
By the way, did you guys
There
see
we
the
go.
trailer?
Tokyo's penalty box.
Did you guys see the
That
trailer?
was not very long.
Get back in times up.
Jeff, did you see the trailer I posted in the private chat?
Anyway,
I did not
guys,
watch it. No.
I better go. Short and sweet this week, but I'm really glad everyone's doing well, and thanks for showing us your newspaper, Mercer, and very glad you're not homeless. I mean, very good.
Yes. No. Very fine. Things are nice here on Easy Street. Everything is going good. The money keeps flowing in.
You must
I thought
miss
you lived
your
on Carpenter
colleagues
Street.
down at
Carpenter Street.
Paramount, though. You must miss them.
Carpenter Street.
Anyway, alrighty, guys, have a good one.
You as well.
Bye,
Take care, Mr. VP.
Watch Enterprise.
Yeah,
Long live Enterprise.
only if
And
nothing
good
else.
Janeway
though.
did nothing wrong.
She didn't. Well,
Hashtag.
couple of
I
things.
would
We
rather
found a couple
watch
things wrong.
Final Frontier twice than what Disney
No, I heard nothing. I heard nothing.
Alrighty, see ya.
See you later.
You gotta go gung 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 like Worf does, all right? That's what we gotta do with him.
Right?
Okay. Gung.
Thanks, Red Wolf. Appreciate that.
Love
It's so, that's right. I'm teaching him how to say patach.
Patach.
What was it you called me? A patach.
Patach.
Yeah, not
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Patach.
BLT? Big
BLT.
Lettuce Tomato Sandwich. That was my nickname. Patach.
Let's go turkey platter.
Yeah.
Who's jealous?
Actually, he's a great actor though. Titus Welliver is actually very good. He's gone on to do many things.
He was
After
just in the one. He was a bad. He's usually playing bad guys though.
Yes.
That was something I
Yeah.
saw recently.
he's been in a lot of different things. Good actor.
Patach, not the patach.
Patach. Yeah.
Apparently, yes, he was still a patach. Say it, JoJo. You think? Say no.
There you go.
He's getting close. Little 5-year-old is getting close to speaking
Patach.
Klingon. He's gonna go up to his mother and go, "Mama, patach." She's gonna go, "What? What are you talking about?" She barely speaks English. She definitely doesn't speak Klingon.
Klingon's not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful. You maybe get a plate of gach.
Oh, It was fun. I tried to show her Starflex Discovery. I can't say it correctly anymore. I refuse to.
Starflex.
Anyway, and she took one look at Saru and said, "Why does he look like a burn victim?"
Yeah, that's true. She's right.
She looks at the
Maybe what did you
Klingons
feel
and
like
she
after
goes,
watching the show?
"Ugh, those are disgusting." Regular Klingons, not the Klingons. Worf. It's like, that's disgusting. She's like, I said they're Klingons. She goes, "What about Spock?" She likes Spock. She doesn't like Klingons. She doesn't like.
He has a
Saru.
beard. Yeah.
Who's excited for April 4th? Hate watching. Yes.
Oh, is
I
it?
am.
Oh no, is it? It's like 1 month away. Are you serious?
Yes, it is.
Oh
It's next
no.
month. Coinciding coincidentally with the return of the chaotic town hall, because they're only going to exist to hate destroy
Yeah.
STD season 5.
How many episodes are there? 10?
10. Thank you.
Too many. He's right.
One's too many.
But John, are you going to watch at least the end, the very end? I mean,
maybe the end credits.
The end credits. Okay, I know that. That much I know.
Die! I'll supercut the end credits when the logos go off, and that one meme where everybody in the bar erupts in cheers, like, yeah, it's over.
Now let's watch Academy.
Oh, that's going to be next, right?
Yeah, Academy's next, and then Section 31.
Section 31.
Section 69. Okay. Those are going to be the last Star Treks for a very long time.
I agree. I've been saying that for a while. Yeah, it's coming to an end.
Yeah, it's done
for a while. They'll let it rest again for another 5 to 8 to 10 years, and they'll bring it back. They'll dust it off, and
they'll try to restart Star Trek 4 on the JJ side like another 12 times. Nothing will happen. Halfway through, Patrick Stewart saying he wants to do Picard again. He's going to croak.
But the way they left Picard season 3, I mean, with Q and with Jack, I mean, there's definitely they left something open there.
There's
deliberately.
A soft pilot for Star Trek Legacy, which will never happen because we want it.
That's true.
And, that's Alex Kurtzman doing his best impression of Krug. We want Legacy. No! Why not? Because you wish it!
Because you wish it!
Well, at least we have Prodigy Season 2 coming up.
Yay!
Well, it's over after Season 2 anyway. I don't think they're making any more.
That's correct. But at least we do have Prodigy Season 2 to look forward to.
Oh, and Lower Decks is continuing. I think they haven't announced whether or not this next season is going to be the last or not.
Gosh, the rumor is it will be the last, but who knows?
Yeah, that means they're definitely going to be wrapping up the golden age of Star Trek.
It's not the golden age. It'll be more like the tarnished silver age. It's not even worth mentioning.
Bronze?
Hey, you still have strange new continuity headaches.
The yellow timeline.
Rusty Blade.
That should be canceled relatively soon too.
Yeah.
Continuity headaches.
Well, no, they're
Palladium? What's even worse?
Well, it is expensive.
I know they're carrying Strange New Continuity headaches as the flagship now.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Whether or not they're going to continue that when everything else gets flushed down the toilet, rightfully so, remains to be seen. But I think that's going to go down with the logs also. They'll probably refit the Enterprise. They'll probably course correct. They'll refit the Enterprise to the Jeffries, and the final scene will be Paul, Wesley, Kirk, Spock, Uhura. They'll get and Scotty. They'll get a Chekhov and a Sulu that aren't supposed to be there when Kirk takes over anyway. They'll probably cast a Black McCoy, female.
Yeah, and Benga's cousin.
Computer and program.
They did that to us with Enterprise, and they knew they threw the pooch.
In what regard? What do you mean?
These are the voyages literally ended with computer and program.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Although I like the final shot.
Not canon anyway, so.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit into Pegasus, and it doesn't fit into anything.
I mean, Art, let me ask you a question. Would you have liked that episode if it wasn't the finale?
Yeah.
No.
If they stuck it into the middle of season 4, let's just say.
Wouldn't have
Oh,
liked it, but
standalone,
it would have
absolutely
been
not.
better.
No.
No?
The episode was just terrible all around. It's not even Spock's brain bad, where you know Spock's brain is crap, but it's a guilty pleasure to watch because
Right.
it's TOS and was awesome.
Brain
This
and
doesn't
brain.
even qualify for that. This was trash, and Rick Berman knew it was trash.
But they were tooting their own horns. That's where they got into trouble. They were saying,
Yeah.
look at what we created, the next generation, and look what the next generation spawned. DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise, and all the movies. You know,
They
so
were
that's
giving-
what they were doing.
They were trying not to give us, the fans, the finger, even though they inadvertently did. They were trying to give Les Moonves the finger.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. You're right. That's an interesting way of saying it because,
Like,
yeah,
look what we did for you.
you're right.
Look what we built for you, and you have the audacity to do
To
this
stop
to
it.
us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the middle finger missed its mark. Les Moonves fired everybody, and we got stuck with the direct line of sight with the target of that finger.
They all thought they were going on for 7 seasons. Like even Bakula talked about it. They said, "Yeah, I mean, when I signed on, it was for 7 years."
Yeah, it was
Like-
supposed to be 7 years.
Everybody knew that
that
this
was
was
the
going to happen,
standard
right?
then.
Yeah. Well, at least for Star
Yeah.
Trek, anyway, right?
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah, because I think to syndicate a show, you only need what 3 seasons. You need 4 seasons.
Need
Well,
100
100
episodes is the what you're shooting for.
Five-ish seasons.
5-ish, right? Because it's 25 or 26 in a season back then.
Mhm.
Or
And
series,
only the original
as they say
Star
in
Trek
England.
got special dispensation to go below the 100 episode threshold because of its popularity. Everything
They had
else, nope, not happening. You get 100 or you do nothing.
Well, Star Trek wasn't supposed to come back for season 3 either. The original series.
No.
No.
They were supposed to only be 1 and 2, and then the fans supposedly brought it back with a letter writing campaign, and you know,
Yeah. Then they said, "Hey, you want more? Ha ha! Stay up all night at Friday night, so you guys can't go out. If you guys really want to watch it."
right? It was like Friday at
10:30
9
Friday night death slot,
or 10. It
enjoy
was
it.
10:30. Is that what it was? Oh no.
And they
After
did
the
enjoy
news.
it, so they tuned in.
Yeah.
Jokes on them. I stay late at Saturdays.
Wow.
We're Star Trek fans. We don't have any social life. We're watching.
Jeopnerdy.
NBC says, "Good, we're going to cancel it anyway," and they did.
Yeah, they did. But even Rick said they were getting tired though too. Like they were going since 1988, 1987 continuously, and now it was 2004. It's like they haven't stopped. You know, they needed a
That's why they
break.
brought on Manny Koto.
That's true. He took over.
'Cause
Yeah,
he was going to
Yeah.
take over. Period. End of discussion. That was going to be the end of it.
to give them a break. Yeah, they needed to do that.
And
Well, what do you think would have
Manny looked
happened?
At everything, he's like, "No, we're doing it this way, and it's going to be awesome," and he did.
I like those little 3-episode arcs they had in season 4. I thought that was the most clever thing to do those little 3-episode numbers because it gave you
Those were
then they
great,
right and then they do like a
standalones in between, right?
exactly in
Standalone
between.
stories in between.
Yes, yes,
Just to give us a breather from it.
yes. I liked it instead of because I think DS9 towards the end, and this may be sacrilege, but it all gets jumbled to me. Those last couple of seasons,
Yeah, it
like this, there's just so much happening, and it's all in one string of episodes that the episode names elude me sometimes. They all kind of get mixed up and jumbled. Like with the Enterprise, you had the Augment arc, you had the Klingon virus arc, you had what else?
Andor did 3
RoboCop
The RoboCop arc, yeah.
arc, right? The Vulcan arc, right? With
right
with the Sirenites, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, like I said, Andor did 3-episode arcs during its season. They had the
Yeah.
Prince Drake arc. They had the original arc where he escapes from his planet. He had then the heist arc where he goes down there and he takes the money. You know, it's a great way to structure episodes.
That was a mini series, and they only had what about 10 episodes of Andor or 9 or what did they
It was
have?
12 episodes,
8,
but they had
12?
3 arcs, and then they had one episode that was kind of like a bridge between 2 of the arcs, where the Empire decided to punch down on everybody, and then it was a 2-part finale. It was 12
That's
episodes.
interesting.
Yeah, but it was a really well structured episode, and they got the idea, I believe, from what Enterprise was doing, which 3 episodes is a perfect length to develop
Perfect.
your story, to develop your characters, to create the tension, and then pay it
Yeah.
off in a good amount of time.
Oh, it's kind of like classic Doctor Who, where you had 4 or 6 half-hour episodes.
I would have liked to see DS9 go one more season to wrap up the war neatly, because it did feel kind of like stuffed in a box.
I thought the war was good, the way it wrapped up, because it was kind of sudden that the Cardassians turned. What bugged me was the Bajoran stuff, which was too quick. They never really brought that to a satisfactory end.
No, that's true. They had a couple of 3-episode numbers too. Like remember the one with the circle and the siege.
Yeah.
In season 2.
You know, when
You hit it on the mark there, Brad
I fell
Wolf.
asleep for those. I skipped those.
Which ones?
The small arc where Ezri and Worf were captured.
Right, but that was okay. I guess that's a kind of a small arc. I mean, it's still part of the larger,
The larger shape of season 7, but it was just I don't know. I
like the Changing Face of Evil, and I like the
Changing Face of Evil is
what's
good.
the sailing episode that was called Tacking into the Wind? That was one of my favorites.
Which the sailing one?
Well, the title is from the sailing term called Tacking into the Wind.
Tacking into the Wind, yes.
Sailing, but that's where the title comes from. Is how difficult it is to sail when the wind is against you, but you just make gradual progress. That's why they called it that. That's one where Worf had to make the decision to kill Gowron.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good episode.
Worf.
Hear me.
Because that was the same episode that has one of my favorite scenes where Kira has to say to Damar what kind of people give those orders.
Oh, that's
kind of people, Damar?
Perfect scene. Yeah. Perfect. What kind of, and that's what makes Deep Space Nine so good. Is like tension like that, and Damar doesn't have anything to say to her.
He can't.
And I'm going to gatekeep because I'm going to say something really profound. I almost said profane.
Profound.
Yeah. And this is where I'm going to be gatekeeping for a second. I kind of feel that if you watch and like Strange New Worlds, you cannot watch DS9. And at the same time, if you like and watch DS9, you cannot watch Strange New Worlds. It is...
Why?
Yeah.
What you cannot appreciate.
The two, number one, they cancel each other out. And aside from that, the quality of what they're shoving down our throats now versus the quality of what we got back in the 90s with DS9. It's almost as though you're watching two different franchises. And it's the quality, flashy special effects, CGI notwithstanding, and everything else, making everything look all polished and stuff like that. You don't need that. There was always this one comment back in the days of Trek Web that I always quote, where they were having an argument against somebody, and somebody said that you can have Alexander Siddig and Nana Visitor come out on stage with nothing on the stage, and somebody holds up a sign that says Cardassian Space Station, and those two, as well as the entire cast of DS9, know exactly what to do and will act the living crap out of it and do it well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Whereas the crap that's on TV now that calls itself Star Trek insultingly, if you were a fan of this crap, it's almost impossible to appreciate what real Star Trek is. And you don't know what Star Trek is. I guess I would say you can't be a fan of both as a Star Trek fan, because if you do like the new stuff, you don't know what Star Trek is. And if you do like the old stuff and know what Star Trek is, you can't like the new stuff because of how insulting it is in everything that it stands for.
I mean,
I guess what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah, it's true. I'm just hoping it gets better and they get to some interesting stories. But I guess I'm holding out hope again. Yeah.
He's
I
like,
know.
He's not.
How many years have we been holding out hope?
Well, 2 years of Strange New Worlds and Discovery I gave up on immediately, though. That I'm not holding out any hope for that one. That
Even
just shows
Enterprise,
rubbish.
had some great moments, like when Archer came to the decision that he was going to pirate another vessel. They just showed him in the dark, and Phlox comes to visit him,
Right.
and he's like, "I'm about to cross a line that I don't want to cross."
Hey, it's Damar, too. He strains Damar.
Yeah, it had Damar in it. Right?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
actor. It was just great drama, and it was just like compelling because you feel it.
That look on Archer's face when he makes the decision to kill the Zindi on the Azadi Prime moon. He knows he's at war with the Zindi. He knows what he's about to do is definitely crossing the line into flat out homicide. But the way Scott Bakula acted that out, you felt the pain.
Yeah.
You felt the pain. The crap that they're doing now, they're forcing you to cry. Say yes. Say yes, Cadet Tilly, to become first officer. Because
We do
the
feel
power
pain.
of math.
It's just different kind
You
of
used to
pain.
have
Gosh, shut up.
Like, I was talking to somebody who doesn't like In the Pale Moonlight, and I can understand because it's not what Star Trek is in terms of optimism. But I'm like, isn't that why it's great? Because it causes you to like think about a situation where you don't have you have to cheat sometimes. Like the whole point is that if it would be one thing if Cisco didn't regret it, if Cisco didn't was just cool with it. If they did it all the time, that would be different. But in this case, Cisco had to make a tough decision that he wasn't happy with, but he had to consider that
He can live with it.
if he didn't make it. Same with Archer taking that ship, and pirating it. If he didn't do it, they'd never be able to save the Earth.
It's true.
And it's those episodes that challenge this optimistic vision. You can't have them all the time because then the show's no longer positive. But you can put them in once in a while to make that to make it like it actually accentuates how optimistic his vision is when you have episodes that challenge it once in a while.
There can be light without dark.
Yeah.
So I wonder what Janeway would have done in that situation with stranding the captain.
She would have slit his throat.
Right, yeah. That's
taken everything. Plain and simple.
I mean, even the stuff that Cameron is writing, Cameron is writing with Avatar doesn't compare to what Star Trek has done. You know what I mean?
Let's throw it. With my dirt dog.
Yeah. When Star Trek is firing on all cylinders, or at least 4 cylinders, or almost all thrusters, there's nothing stopping it. Are you sure he's firing on all thrusters?
I was thinking of that line. Sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It'll come back to him.
He's
Are you sure?
He's just back at his post like nothing happened.
That's when Star Trek really was Star Trek, tackling the big issues. Like, what's death like? There's a dude that came back from it. Let's explore that.
It's true.
No. Spock's like, you have to die.
And I was just going to say something, but I can't say it.
I mean,
I don't want to spoil for John.
Like even with Andor.
B5 reference. For sure.
Yeah, B5.
Even with Andor, which I love, they really challenged me on what Luthen's role was in terms of the Rebel Alliance. Like, that was really, him accelerating the conflict. I don't know if you watched it, but like, without spoiling it too much, he actually wants the Empire to crack down on people because that would breed rebellion. Unless everybody's participating in it, it doesn't happen. So
Andor
he wants the Empire to get worse, which is something I was like, wow, that is something beyond anything I could even think of.
Andor ultimately challenged you to try to figure out who the show was about.
Yeah.
Like that's what really got you thinking. Who is the Andor of the show? It's not Cassian. That's for damn sure.
No, it's his mother.
It's his mother, the mother of the rebellion.
But Luthen is really the main character. But they just don't want to call him that because he's only in a few scenes. But he's really the main character. And even Mom Mothma is the main character. Her arc is really freaking great. What she had to do. Yeah, that show is just like the Deep Space Nine of Star Wars. Like, sure, it did 12 episodes. Like, it's just amazing.
What I remember about this show is that after watching what the rebels were doing, I started rooting for the Empire.
That's pretty bad.
Well, you know, it's funny because in some ways the Empire wasn't completely wrong in some of those things. Like Cyril believed in the Empire despite the fact that they were stepping all over him. You know, the cop that wanted to catch Andor, he believed in what they were doing, and yet they walked all over him. I don't know. It's a good show. I think it's a good show because it's like a little bit uncomfortable and stuff.
I haven't watched it. Is K2SO in it or no?
No, K2 is not in it.
Okay.
But the droid that is in it is even better.
Oh, okay.
B2 Emo, and he might even become K2SO for all I know. But B2 Emo is my favorite droid that Disney's come up with.
I haven't seen it either, Omni.
I liked Rogue One a lot.
I liked Rogue One.
Rogue One was incredible. I'm sorry.
So you have 3
Rogue One was
arcs.
incredible.
So if you watch the first and second episode, and you're
Then
like, well, it hasn't paid off yet. Wait till each third episode, then it pays
You mean
off.
Star Wars 3.9?
9.
But yeah, check it out, dude. It's
9.
a good show.
9.
You watch it, 3 episodes.
9.
I'll check it out. Well, actually, I don't have Disney Plus, so.
So it's episode 1, 2, and 3. That's like one mini arc. 2, 4, 5, and 6. Episode 7 is kind of like the bridge between episode 6 and 8. It's a very important episode, but it's not part of an arc, but it kind of is important. Like they basically said, this is where things are going to change, and then you have 8, 9, and 10, which is an arc, and then you have a 2-part finale.
Which I am going to spoil this. It was Cassian running in the desert and Mommy becoming the Queen of the Rebellion. Roll credits.
No.
Yeah.
What I liked more than Andor was the Bad Batch. Their new season.
Bad Batch is good.
It released, I think, 3 or 4 episodes so far.
I haven't seen
The new
it.
season's already out?
Yeah, the first episode I released a couple weeks ago, I think. Something like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. So now I have to finish the season I'm on and then catch up to it. Because I stopped watching it because I didn't know if it was going to be renewed or not. It's that good when I stop in the middle of it saying I don't want to finish this. I almost did that
What
with
do you guys
Soup.
think of new Superman coming out next couple of years?
Pass. I'm done with comic book movies for the next 20 years.
Yeah, we're...
Yeah, I think they should have
Yeah,
waited 15 years before making this. They should have waited. But now they're doing a new Superman with James Gunn making it.
Really?
And it's called, it was going to be called Superman Legacy, but the other day they just changed the title. It's now called Superman.
Catchy.
Richard Donner's not going to like that one.
Well, actually, it was called Superman the movie, wasn't it? The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the movie.
This is
The movie.
called Superman. Actually, if you watch the original movie, when the title comes up, it's called Superman.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It's up on the screen. But on
It's like
video,
the 2009 Star Trek movie being called Star Trek.
yeah, when the title comes up
Good
in
point.
the original film during the credits, it's just Superman. But they
I'm
call
sorry,
it
whenever-
Halloween, and then they have another Halloween. They have like 30,000 Halloweens.
You know, I'm sorry. Whenever somebody produces a movie that's called the name of the series, like Bewitched, right? And it's because of Bewitched I think about this. That you'd think that this is a movie about making the show. So a movie called Star Trek would have like Chris Pine as William Shatner, Zachary Quinto as Leonard Nimoy, and they're producing this show. It's flat out naming the movie the name of your franchise. I think is one of the worst things you could do. So this one's probably going to be like, I wonder who John Schnepp is going to be, or whoever was going to direct that one Superman Lives
That was
movie.
going to be Tim Burton.
That was a Tim Burton movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're bringing
Tim
him back?
Burton.
Yeah.
John Schnepp made the documentary. By the way, I met John Schnepp twice. Super nice guy. I was pretty sad when he
Rest
died.
in peace.
I was super sad when he died, but yeah, he was one of my favorite people. I met him twice. Very cool dude. He was one of us. He was a great man.
I thought Henry Cavill was pretty good though as a Superman.
Henry Cavill was great.
Yeah.
That was terrible. He's so like there's nothing to him. He didn't give anything. So he just like stood there and barely talked.
I mean,
That's
Christopher Reeve was great. Obviously.
Oh yeah. He was fantastic in the role.
Truth, justice, the American way.
Both as Superman and as
Yes,
Clark
man.
Kent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
And when are we going to get Marky Mark's second outing of a Planet of the Apes movie? Thankfully, never.
There's another Planet of the Apes movie actually coming out.
Yeah, there is, but it's not this franchise, thank goodness.
It's not the Marky Mark one?
Yeah, the one where he's making out with Helena Bonham Carter towards the end of the movie as an ape. Oh. With the talking humans that aren't supposed to talk.
I've been watching The Walking Dead. Just came back with the Rick and Michonne series. Very, very good so far. First episode just aired last Sunday.
Yeah, I've been done with zombies since what year did I say? 2008?
You said 2003.
Or something like that? Yeah.
The Walking Dead aired in 2010, so you would have done way before that.
I was done way before that, yeah. I had zero interest.
How many Exorcist movies do they have?
What's that?
How many Exorcist movies have they made?
Oh, God, I mean...
Yeah, they just came out with a new one, right? My wife likes that one. She's like, you got to see this movie. I'm like, no. Not interested.
For some reason, I was thinking about the Section 31 movie they're making. What's her name? The lady that's...
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, every time she's in a movie, I'm not trying to be like... It's not like that I'm trying to be... but I can't understand when she talks. Her voice is like, I just can't understand when she talks. Like, she doesn't...
She's now typecast as Space Hitler because of Star Trek. I mean...
every time I see her in a movie, I can't understand what she's saying because she talks, but she barely enunciates her words.
You can always throw in color captioning.
Have you checked the new FX movie series? Dude, we don't get FX in Japan.
Subtitles.
And I have no idea about what that's about, and I'd have to go on the high seas to figure it out, and just don't have time to go on the high seas.
But what is Philippa Georgiou? Like what country is she supposed to be from? I mean, she's obviously the actress is Chinese, right?
Right.
But
Georgiou, from the
is a
novel
French-
that I unfortunately read, Georgiou, the name Georgiou was her ex-husband. She's divorced. But kept
okay,
the
but
name.
Philippa? That's
Philippa.
Again, it's more of a Western
right
name.
But then again, what kind
which
of
is
a
a
name
Chinese
is
accent.
Michael for a female?
Okay, but at least Michael is a Western. Like, where is she supposed to be from? It doesn't. I don't get it. I'm not saying.
Whatever country Kuala Lumpur is in, I think she's supposed to be Indonesian or something.
Okay, so all right, it was a French colony, I guess, at that point, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I guess
that's why her name was Philippa.
That makes sense because I know Vietnam was a French. Indochina, right, was a French colony.
Yeah, and we knew that from the unfortunately the Mirror episodes that I watched. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah, I just never understood that part. It hurt my brain again. I'm watching. Why is she named Phil? I don't get it. I mean, it just didn't. It didn't make sense.
Kuala or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, they want to call it like. Yeah, it's too obvious, right? But
yeah. Well, then again, you know, there's some people here in Japan whose name are like, they're not Japanese names. There's like a George and a Sam and a David somewhere out there, and they don't speak English at all.
Okay, that's funny.
But they're Japanese, like a Dave Takahashi. I think I met somebody named Dave Takahashi. I've got a student named Claire.
Wow.
She's not half. She's fully Japanese. Got kanji and everything.
Well, maybe the parents were a fan of Western
Heroes.
cinema, right? Or
Of heroes.
TV.
My
Right.
ex-fiance's name was Naomi.
There you go. Yep.
Her kanji's awesome though.
She's a wild man.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah, Michael. That's. I mean, whatever. Yeah.
They did that for trans awareness. I'm pretty sure.
But she's
Why?
not even. I mean, she's.
She's not.
Whatever.
No, she's trans species. She's part Vulcan.
She was raised on Vulcan. Okay.
Yeah. Acknowledge my identity as part Vulcan.
Which they really dropped that after season 1, didn't they? They really didn't. Well, I guess season
No,
2
they
because she
didn't.
was with Spock a lot. But I mean,
They did. And in season 3, they made a big stink about it with Navarre.
Ivar. Yeah, exactly.
No, they've been making a big stink about it the whole time.
They could have done something with that. They could have had her do some Vulcan meditations, maybe do a little
They
bit
did.
of maybe like a I don't know.
They did. They made her the best at Vulcan meditation, the best of Vulcan logic, the best of the death grip, and the first trained on Vulcan person who never got insulted. No. She was like the bestest ever.
Ever. That's what Doomcock says, right? Yeah.
Bestest ever.
Ever.
Like she's a Susma Nam master. Better than T'Pol. I mean, come
That's
on.
pretty bad. That is pretty bad. You're right.
Oh. Portrait flawless. Oh, definitely 15. English ship in Japan and tries to wrestle Japan away from the Catholics. It sounds like the real life Sasuke. Not Sasuke. Yeah, that's Sasuke, right? Sasuke is the name of the top of Ninja Warrior. This is American Samurai. Yasuke. I'm sorry. Yeah. As I pull out the hardcover book that I've got, his name was Yasuke.
Yasuke.
He was a famous African samurai.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what the Shogun show is about? That's what they're talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's about the same era-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see, or I would love to see Netflix do something about the African samurai. There's a couple of anime out there with Yasuke, and I've got this thick book that I still have yet to finish. It's like 1,000 some odd pages. No, it's not 1,000 pages. It's unnumbered up to a certain point. The book actually ends on. Are these pages not numbered? Most of these pages are numbered 300, like 400 something, with a thick novel-sized compendium in the back of the book. Netflix should do that. He's Nobunaga's right-hand man and went around just... Everybody was afraid of this guy. Everybody was afraid of him. They landed in Nagasaki at first, and the governor there was taking Yasuke's party, including himself, and a couple of Catholic priests that he was sworn to defend. They took him around the port, into the red light district, and there's this one part where they're like, well, they weren't going to let them into like the brothel because it was for Japanese only. Then they took one look at Yasuke and they said, screw that. We don't stand a chance if he gets pissed off. Let him in. Netflix, yeah, seriously though, Netflix should do that. The story is awesome. I say Netflix because, of course, they race swap everybody anyway, so this is a black story. Right?
It'll fit right in. It's perfect. Yeah. I haven't watched that Interview with a Vampire either, the new one. That one's...
Oh, I refuse.
changed a bit too.
I
I love the
refuse.
original one. I mean, with Tom
Yeah.
Cruise and Brad Pitt, that was really good. I read the book too. Book was
They're
long.
French Europeans. Don't change the. You can't change the race.
Yeah, that was again a little odd, but yeah, whatever. But the
And I
movie
went
was
to
really
school with
good.
Kirsten. I went to school with Kirsten Dunst. I don't want
Oh,
to
did
watch
you?
a remake
Yeah.
of that. Yeah. She was at Tom's River High School East for a little bit.
Oh,
with
really?
Me, yeah, with me,
No
and then she
kidding.
moved to Point Pleasant.
Tom's over New Jersey.
Yes,
Going to a place called New Jersey.
You went
Jersey.
to Tom's River, New Jersey High School.
Yes, I did.
Oh, nice. I lived in New Jersey. I went to Hackettstown High School, and one of the guys that graduated was Jimmy Simpson, who was in Zodiac, and he was in that episode that was a Star Trek spoof from Dark Mirror. Was it Black Mirror? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy Simpson. He graduated from my high school the year after I did, and he's been in a bunch of stuff. But that what is that? What was that episode called? The USS Callisto or something?
Something like that. Yeah, McAllister.
Callister, yeah, and he was the guy that played the first officer, but he's also in Zodiac. He's the last person you see in Zodiac, and his name is Jimmy Simpson, and he graduated the year after I did from my high school
Oh, that's awesome.
in Hackettstown, New Jersey.
Bajor. It's in Jersey, right? Yeah, right.
Right.
The Borg sounds Swedish. No, they're from Jersey.
And
They're from Jersey.
Riker is from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
He Frakes is
Frakes.
yeah.
Frakes, yeah.
Yeah, he is. What was it? Joe Piscopo, who played the comic, right? In
Yeah.
The Outrageous O'Connor. He's from New Jersey.
He's from Seaside.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think- yeah, he's from Seaside Heights or Seaside Park.
He lives in
Lorenzo Lamas lived in Beechwood,
Yeah.
all my area.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met
You know what's
Drew
funny?
Barrymore. I met Drew Barrymore at a college party when I was at Stockton University.
Oh, that's awesome. I've had a big crush on her for a long time. Now she's woke garbage. I can't stand her. Speaking of something really, really funny, a little bit of a life story, just a little bit. Well, I was born in Albany, New York.
Oh.
Brendan Braga's from Saratoga Springs, which is why Archer's from there.
Hmm.
I lived in Alliance, Ohio for a number of years. Brendan Braga lived in Canton, Ohio for a number of years.
Huh.
Jeff lived in the Cleveland area for a number of years.
Well,
Wow.
Same time I was in Alliance.
And somehow it all ties back to Kevin Bacon. Somehow.
No, it all ties back to Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. Okay, got it.
I don't know how it ties to me, but and I actually lived west of Cleveland. Wasn't even a suburb.
Towards Cedar Point.
Yeah, south of Cedar Point.
Yeah.
That's the amusement
You
park,
guys might
right?
want to see Normal
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Get into the point.
Gloria from Cleveland.
By the way, that line in the Deep Space Nine episode with New Jersey, that's Mike Starr. He's one of my favorite character actors.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
He was in Ed Wood.
Yeah.
By the way, do you guys think like Ed Wood when that came out, that won Best Supporting Actor for Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great choice. But the same year, that was Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. That's a tough year. Like that year had the toughest Best Picture choices
Yeah.
because it had Shawshank, it had Forrest
Wow.
Gump, it had
Wow.
Shawshank.
That was all the same year? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was all
Like
the
94?
same year.
What was it, 94?
Yeah,
96?
and then it had like Pulp Fiction and Samuel L. Jackson and Martin
Yes,
Landau
Jersey
for
people
Best
tried
Supporting
and
Actor.
failed.
How do you call that? Like
Yeah, that's hard.
crazy. And like I said, the Best Picture was stacked. Even though it was only 5 nominees, it was stacked.
Was it Pulp Fiction one?
Pulp Fiction, no, Forrest Gump won.
Oh, yeah, that's
Shawshank-
true. Yeah.
Shawshank
Robert
aged
Zemeckis.
better than than either. Like Shawshank probably aged better because most people, up until Dune came out, Dune Part 2, which is ridiculous, that it's now more highly rated than Shawshank. But yeah, Shawshank is the highest rated film on IMDb up until Dune 2 came out yesterday.
Forrest Gump's a classic. I mean, that's just.
I like Forrest Gump too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's
But
up there
Shark
with.
Tank is classic.
Yeah, that was Darabont. That was a good one too. I liked it.
And Pulp Fiction, a lot of people love that.
Oh
You know, I
yeah,
watch
how
it
could you
last
not
week.
like? How could you not like Pulp Fiction? It's just such a great movie. I mean,
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
look at the brain on Brad.
You wanna
Say
try to
what
find
one
out
more
about
time.
it.
I dare you. I double
It's
dog
funny
dare
how
you.
like he's complaining about how he's spending like some odd grand on just a gram of cocaine, but then he's complaining that a milkshake costs $5.
Well, speaking of which, apparently they're filming Bad Boys 4 right now in Miami.
Oh really? Oh,
Yep,
man.
and they had to clean up the streets, like take all the homeless people out before they could start filming. Miami,
Those two
another
are funny.
formerly great city, now a big SH hole.
Yeah. Well.
Trying not to swear because this is John's channel. And
Yes.
family friendly.
Sorry, John.
That's okay.
John, good questions tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were good.
I really
Very
enjoy
good.
just the questions that you come up with. Although your questions tonight were hard because they didn't have the usual touch of humor that you usually put in. I think you did that intentionally so that way we'd have a really tough game.
No, I found that there was quite a bit of humor in the first one.
Well, some of my humor was geared towards the fact that there was a TAS category in every round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cruel. That was not humor. That was cruelty.
He's trying to teach us a lesson.
It was funny for me.
He's trying to teach us a lesson.
They were
Right?
playable. It's not like John was asking for the third cell and an animation frame of an ND character in some
Right, he
random
was asking
episode that nobody
questions
ever
about the
paid
most
attention
popular
to.
episodes, like
They're
the Trouble
playable.
episode or the Yesteryear episode or the Counterclock episode. True, but Harry Mudd, we all know what Harry Mudd looks like, but still, it was still not fair. DS9 by the numbers? That was so hard.
Well,
Yeah, but you
I
know
look forward
DS9.
to- I look forward to next
that
week
was so hard.
for Voyager by the numbers.
Did
Because
anybody
they
notice?
fudged the numbers.
Well, at least
Computer,
How
initiate
many
self-destruct.
That should have
Janeway
been the
Pi
question.
110.
How many torpedoes did Voyager have? That should have been
37.
the question.
39.
Be thankful though.
Refer to
John
the
didn't
video
ask
where they
us in the
count down
TOS
the
one how many
torpedoes.
tribbles there would have been by Spock's calculation.
No. Count
1
down-
million.
Count the
That's
number of
it.
torpedoes
640,000.
that Voyager had, according to that video that does the full
561.
spread countdown.
That's accounting for one tribble born every 10 years. After 3 days. What? I lost that one already.
How many
That's funny.
red shirts died in three seasons of Star Trek?
That could have been in Deep Space Nine by the numbers too.
That's how you would change.
That's right. Jadzia also said it too.
Yep, that's right.
Oh gosh, did I just give John an idea for another question next week? Ugh.
No, I did.
The sugar cubes, like when the people from Andromeda, they turn all the crew members into sugar cubes. That's good.
Yeah, the Kelvins.
By any other name. John and Jeff,
Yes.
if we were to know slightly in advance the questions and answers and who's going to be actually playing, maybe you and I could share a substantial profit.
Careful
Think
what
about
you're
it.
saying.
Now wait a minute. Now we already have these claims of rigging.
Right.
Is
Hey, now,
not
I'm a gambling
happening.
man. I'm a gambling man. I'm just gonna rig the Dabo tables. That's all.
Oh my goodness!
What are the
You
drinks?
gotta stir the pot,
We
didn't
all
you?
know the odds
Yep.
are stacked against us.
Think about it.
The line must be drawn.
This far and no farther.
I love the episode where Cisco's talking about the wrestling match. He's like, I challenged him to a wrestling match.
The Vulcan.
Yeah, the Vulcan.
That's it.
There was a couple episodes. There was the episode where he was on the Klingon Tiger Corps. He was on Tiger Corps, and he's talking
Yeah.
about being the captain of the wrestling team, and then he talked about it in the with the Vulcan, and he's like, "That's what this whole game is about. It's about the wrestling match."
Hey, he's got a heavy bag too. I mean, he boxes a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you see him hitting the bag, and he punched Q in the face.
Dude, I miss Avery Brooks, man. Like I wish, I know he's retired, but I
Yeah,
kind of would love to see him in something again because man, that guy is awesome.
yeah, he's good.
I mean, I don't know what he does lately. I know he's a little strange,
Yeah,
but
he's a little out there.
he was in. I remember when that episode In the Pale Moonlight came out. That was a
Remember
big
that one, Tokyo?
episode.
Pale Moonlight, of course.
Right. Well, here's the point: is that like during
It's
the
a fake.
during the commercials of that episode, they advertised The Big Hit, which he was in. He had a big part in. Remember that movie, The Big Hit?
I thought American History X, he was in that one too.
No. Well, yeah, that one. But he wasn't. He didn't have a huge role in that. But in The Big Hit, he played the leader of the bad guys. The guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like a gangster, and he had this really. It was with Lou Diamond Phillips, and Marky Mark, I think, is in that. Mark Wahlberg.
He's great as Hawk in Spencer for Hire. I mean, and they don't play Spencer for Hire. You can't stream it anywhere. It's very rarely on TV anymore. But if you ever can watch that show, it's pretty good. And he played this character Hawk, which is really just, I mean, it's not Cisco, but I mean, he looks like Cisco, but it's not.
And they made a show called Hawk.
A Man Called Hawk, right? That was his own spin-off show. Yeah, that's right. He's good. Spencer. He was good.
I wonder if it's on Vudu. Hold on, let me check.
It's so funny. There's certain shows from the 80s. I bet it's a Warner Brothers property because they don't stream them anywhere. And I guess it's copyright things or who knows what it is. Another one's The Equalizer. I love that show, The Equalizer, with Edward Woodward. And you can't stream that sucker anywhere. Never, ever, never, ever do you see it. Spencer, you don't see. I don't know what it is.
On Apple TV, you could stream Spencer for Hire. It's on Tubi. It's on
But
Roku
you got to pay,
channel.
right?
Free on Roku channel.
The Roku channel. Okay, well, there's some commercials in there, I'm sure.
It's on Amazon Prime Video for $2 an episode.
Spencer.
I think I'm gonna head to bed soon, though, guys. I'm getting old.
Getting old.
I know the feeling.
I feel.
Yeah, I'm
you
older
can
than
watch
you,
it.
I guess.
You can watch Spencer for Hire for free on Tubi.
Is
Yeah,
it the right one? Hold on a second, because there was one with Mark Wahlberg, I think, as a movie. I'm talking about the original one with what's this guy's name?
No, this is
you're
the
right.
series.
The series,
This is
okay,
the series.
1985, right? Okay.
Yep.
With Avery Brooks?
Ooh,
Yes.
Bill's here.
All 3 seasons.
It's on Tubi. Oh, I see, with ads. Okay, look at that.
Yeah, with ads.
Okay. Maybe I should check out Tubi. What if the Equalizer's on there? You got me wondering now.
Is it
That was a really good show.
tu.be?
TUBI.
TUBI.
It's like one of those free streaming services because there's a ton of commercials, so it's free.
Doesn't look
it's
like
not
the
available here.
Equalizer.
It's not, right? Such a good show. You are scum. I feel dirty when I'm around you.
What you call it here? The App Store is giving me the finger because it's showing me the app itself. It says, looking for Tubi? And then underneath it says, this app isn't available on Google Play in your region. F you.
F you. I like Miami Vice
EFGU.
too.
Read between the lines.
Was it Miami Vice streaming? That's a great show too.
Marvel Snap. Ugh.
Nope, you can't stream Miami Vice. Can't stream Knight Rider. Can't get Airwolf. All my favorites I can't get.
Arr.
No, see that's yeah.
Wonder if they have Max Headroom.
Max Headroom, yeah.
I meant as in it's disappointing that it is not streamable. Not the other R.
Oh, okay.
Nope. No Max Headroom.
Nope,
Not on
can't get that
Tubi.
one either. Nothing. You could buy them.
I love that show. That
He was
was a
good.
good show.
He was good. I remember the Coke commercials. Wasn't it? Was it Coke? Or what was it?
Yeah, it was
It was
Coke.
Coke, right? Yeah, I remember those.
Brad Wolf likes Space Above and Beyond.
Oh, that was a good show.
I could never get into that one.
That wasn't bad, actually.
That wasn't bad at all. The USMCs in space.
Remember that show Viper? That was good too.
Babylon 5 is on Tubi. And it's the remastered version.
Oh yeah. You got so far ahead of me, Jeff. I'm still on season 4. I've had a very busy couple of weeks, and you're on season 5 now.
Yes.
Catch up. I have to catch up to you.
Season 5 and season 1.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Free Byron.
And I've watched 4 episodes now of season 5, and Byron really isn't in it much.
Yeah, he gets as the season goes on. It's more. I like what they do with Lita's character, though. They really do develop her a lot in 5. Yeah, so it's good. Remember Shatner's show Tech War? Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was not a franchise. It didn't become a franchise like you wanted.
He wanted something, yeah.
I guess I watched the 5th episode of season 5, which was kind of a letdown from the first 4, I think, but
Season 5 of Babylon 5 is kind of a mess because they thought they were going to be canceled in season 4. So they compressed. It was a 5-year story, but they moved everything up into season 4.
Actually, they only moved the first 5 episodes of season 5 into season 4.
Are you sure? So all right, so the Earth problem, not to spoil anything, but the problems on Earth would have been dealt with in the beginning part of season 5. That's not the whole of season 5. See, I thought
that's correct.
I thought it was stretched into most of season 5. Okay.
Nope.
Gotcha.
It was like the first 5 episodes.
And then I know Sleeping in Light, which is the series finale, was filmed in season 4, but they didn't air it until season 5. That much I do know.
And they produced another episode at the end of season 4 to take the place of.
The clip one, the clip episode, right? The one with the.
Yeah, it's kind of a clip.
Shades of Grey.
No, it's like that.
Not,
it's like
it's not a clip episode.
Well, it's like the holograms. The holograms think they're okay.
Yeah. It's not clips of things we've already seen.
1 million years in the future. Yeah, that's right. That one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And who's the guy that plays that brother, the monk, right? He's in Star Trek too, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, well, he played Korami.
The Bajoran. Yes. Oh, and Kilrami. Yes, that was him. Right.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Sleeping in Light, bring your tissues. So, John, when you finally get to the end of season 5 and the end of Babylon 5, just bring a box of tissues with you. All right, leave it right there.
You'll need it, John.
Yep.
You'll need it.
No one's going to think any. No one's. You're not going to lose any of your manhood points if you shed a tear or two.
Keep that in mind.
He has about 5 years.
So. And then when Matthew gets there in like 20 years.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Something like that.
Gee, I remember Omni telling me about a box of tissues. Let me get one for this one. Yeah.
I predict 2027. So
I will mark it on my calendar.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
30, Matthew reacts to the next episode of Babylon 5.
You guys are doing a great job on the show, though. Really, really good. I like the SciTube thing. The whole way it's streaming is really good.
Yeah, I like how he does that. I guess Bird was the first one to do something like that.
Yeah. But then, so Patrick, I see you commenting. Like, so do you not watch it live because it's the time difference? You stream a different version of it.
I have the Amazon bot version. So
you'll play that one. You somehow sync it up to try to watch along with.
If I would watch live, it would be 5:30 at the start. So
okay,
and I need to get up at 7:30 to go to work the next day. That's not gonna happen.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's not good.
So on the Tuesday after work, turn the stream on the TV, and then the episode on my MacBook in front of me, and then I try to sync it up, and then I watch with low audio on the laptop and full audio on the television.
On the TV, so you can absorb it. Okay.
Yeah. And then
Now-
afterwards, I rewatch the episode to fully comprehend the series.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Patrick, you're going to have a bit of a problem
Oh yeah.
coming toward the end of season 1, because there is an episode at the end of season 1 which most streaming services that have Babylon 5 have a missing scene in the episode.
Okay.
Good night, Brad.
Excuse me.
It's not in the Amazon version. It's not in Tubi. Although you may not have access to Tubi, I don't know. It's episode 20 called. It's called Babylon Squared. Is the title of the episode. It has a missing scene in it, and similarly, episode 1 of season 4 also has a missing scene.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unusual. Huh.
Then I will
Babylon
hopefully still see
Squared-
it in the screenshots that you use underneath you and Matthew.
Babylon Squared has 2 minutes 46 seconds missing, and
2 minutes?
the hour. Yeah, the hour of the wolf, which is episode 1 of season 4, has a minute 55 seconds missing.
That's a lot.
Hey guys, I'm going to
It
take off.
is.
See you later, Tokyo.
Take care, Tokyo.
Bye, Tokyo.
Be good, man.
See you later,
Rest of your stream,
Tokyo.
gentlemen.
Thanks
Good
for being on the show, playing tonight.
Thank you. See you guys later.
All right, man.
See you later.
Yeah.
The Blu-rays have the scenes, so do the Apple versions.
Apple versions.
Yeah.
Well, the Apple
The
versions are the
iTunes-
Oh, the
are the
iTunes store. Oh, the iTunes store. Okay.
They're remastered. They're the ones that are probably
Well,
from right. Yeah.
So is Tubi. Tubi's the remastered version. So is Amazon, and
they're different.
Amazon has the missing scenes.
Really?
The Google, really.
Wow. Because you'd think that the one it would be the same across all the streaming platforms. You'd think. If it's remastered, it's all the same. But
they went out with the missing scenes initially on HBO Max, and they fixed it. They fixed it on.
Okay.
They fixed it on
discs.
On iTunes.
Okay.
Obviously, the discs, which came out much later,
are
are correct.
Okay.
But they never fixed it on Amazon. I don't
weird.
think they fixed it on Google.
Probably
Google,
reasons
YouTube.
why. Yeah.
They did fix it on Max.
Okay. Well, it's not on Max anymore since the disc.
It's not on
came
Max.
out.
Yeah, it's not on Max. It's not fixed on Tubi.
But I still have time to fix it for myself then.
Yeah, you still have time.
Maybe you should make note of it when that scene comes up, in case the people are streaming after the fact and doing what Patrick does. Say,
We will definitely mention it.
Okay. But you guys are doing a really, really good job. Actually, it's not. I know it's technically not easy to do it, and it's all kind of working really well. So, even though Matthew can't pronounce the names of the characters that well, but it's, that's part of the fun, right? The Garn,
Deline,
the Garn,
yes,
Gukar, right?
The Garn, yeah,
the Garn with Gukar. It's it, yeah. Londo Calrissian, right?
No, I think that was a bit of a joke on Matthew's part.
Okay, that's right. And you both can't say Maury Povich. You said Murray. Both.
Well,
okay.
I never watched Maury, so.
Oh, it's funny.
You guys ever watch Ryan George on YouTube? He's a pitch meeting guy. He's probably my favorite YouTuber. He does a lot of his own videos where he plays every part in his videos. He does the pitch meetings. You type in a movie and you type in pitch meeting, his video will come up. It's very funny.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pitch meetings. They're funny.
Yeah, he plays like the screenwriter who's trying to pitch a movie to the producer, and you play the producer too.
That's funny.
And it's just every time you watch the video, you're just like, that's the movie. It's hilarious. Like all the conveniences or plot holes, they just gloss over them. Like how did they get out of this situation? Well, it's actually super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
I haven't
He's
been to the
definitely
movies, and
my
I can't tell you how
favorite.
long. It's been over a year since I've been to a movie. 2 years, maybe.
Like I said, I went to Dune 2, and I'm just so annoyed.
Huh.
I don't even want to see it. Like my friends wanted me to go tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't even want to watch it again.
I used to like going to the movies. It was fun. You get the popcorn.
Oh.
and-
I'm waiting for the Ghostbusters sequel
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to
Okay.
that.
next month.
Getting back to the Babylon 5 missing scenes, apparently
Yes.
Google Play has fixed the issue with Babylon Squared,
Okay.
but not with Hour of the Wolf.
Mm,
So, very odd.
pretzels.
Yeah.
Must be interference.
Voodoo also has the scenes missing.
Wow.
Really? How do you know?
Well, I'm reading
Oh, okay.
He's on
what other
ISN's
people are
website.
saying. Yes.
Yeah. Interstellar Network
The-
News.
By the way,
Exactly.
my most prized possession is the despecialized Star Wars trilogy on Blu-ray.
How did you?
Oh, yeah.
You can buy that. How do you?
Yeah, it's not official, but
I was
yeah,
gonna say
you
that's a
can buy
fan thing, right? It's a fan
it.
produced.
Yeah, it's a fan thing, but it looks awesome, and it
Like
is
I want 4K 77. I want to get that on Blu-ray. That would, or if you could, but I don't think you can. Right?
just maybe I don't
You
know.
just
if
download it.
I know despecialized people put it on Blu-ray. It's not official, so you just go into like there's a guy I buy it from on the marketplace, sells it for $20.
Oh wow.
And it's freaking awesome. And he'll send it to you with in like a day. He'll put it in the mail within a day. He's on Facebook Marketplace. So just look for it. He sells it for $20.
I'm thinking I'm going to need to go to bed. I'm starting to yawn a lot.
I'm not even far behind.
And watching the time, the sun's up is coming up in about 45 minutes here. So it's it's just been fun.
It's the hour of the wolf.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh. Hey, thanks again for a lovely weekend. I'll try to be at the Question of Track tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'm free that day. So who knows? And until next week.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
Becky.
guys.
Thanks for having us, guys. Thanks for letting me play.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. And Omnicast, good to see you back.
Absolutely. I look forward to this, man. Sometimes I get stuck at work, but I mean, I love coming on
But
and
you know,
having fun.
with all of you guys, it's just to me watching those reruns and thinking about like the plots, the stories, the characters. As somebody with anxiety, especially, it just kind of helps keep me grounded. You know, it's not even like some of the episodes are so good, not everyone, but just thinking about watching them gives me like a stability that I can't find anywhere else. So
It's comforting.
you guys can
It's
appreciate
comforting.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make you anxious. It's not like noise. Like if you watch a modern movie or a lot of modern TV shows, it's just like you get anxious, you get nervous. You're kind of like, there's so much going on. Cameras moving fast. This is just comfortable. It's comfortable.
Yeah,
It's
the
nice.
camera they do like one or two shots. They do like a master shot with like one or two cut-ins, and the acting is kind of like on the same level every time. It's just And you guys as friends, you guys appreciate it. And
yeah. No, like I said, I was watching Voyager this week, and it's like I was looking forward to talking about it with you guys this week on the show if it came up, if I had the opportunity to, but I made a note. Oh, Janeway is a little crazy. Okay, I want to bring it up if I can.
What? Janeway crazy?
A
I don't know
little.
what you're talking about. I don't know
She
what
did
you're talking
nothing.
about.
She did nothing wrong except blow up a Malon ship and threaten an alien species so far. And Tuvix
She
was a
did
science
what?
experiment go wrong.
I didn't quite get that.
the one thing I hated about Voyager was like, you know how like some episodes have different tones than other episodes. Like some episodes are comedy, some episodes are dramas.
It's true.
Well, with
true.
Voyager, you could tell if it was darkly lit on the bridge in the teaser, then you could tell it was a darker episode. If the bridge was brightly lit, it was going to be a comedy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they often like gave it away just by how they lit the sets.
Yeah, it's true.
Where the other shows just kept the same lighting scheme no matter what.
it was quality television, though. I mean, Rick Berman said that, and I kind of snickered when he
Absolutely.
said that on the interview. Because we produced 15 years of quality television, but I'm like, yeah, right. They did. Like, it's actually if you watch it, it's tight. The writing was tight. The sets were beautiful. The costumes. I mean,
It was lit a
everything was.
certain way for drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't try to draw too much attention to itself. Like instead of like a fight scene breaking out, you could have Picard talking to one other guy in his office, and that would be your big climax. It's like, when he's talking to the time traveler, or when he's talking to the guy from Shawshank, the guy that was like on the Phoenix,
Captain Maxwell. Yeah, that's right.
It's a great scene. Like
Benjamin
I like
Maxwell.
That Picard barely says anything to him.
Yeah.
Like, and what he says is so effective. But
I know, that's a great episode.
Profound.
That's a great episode. There's a TV station called Heroes and Icons that I get. I get DirecTV, H&I. They play a lot of Star Trek. They'll play first they'll play the original series, the Next Generation, then they'll play an episode of DS9, then Voyager. It's like they do that I think every night. My wife and I were watching Rules of Engagement, the DS9 episode with the. It's kind of a courtroom drama, basically. It's a budget saver episode. There's absolutely no special effects except for the one scene on the Defiant Bridge where they blow up a Klingon ship. But it's like it's now a courtroom drama.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like all the great episodes. They don't need a lot of special effects,
And I thought she'd be bored because we watch Star Trek together sometimes. I don't force her to watch it as much as I watch it, but. She actually was interested by it. She goes, and it kept her attention. I didn't think it would. I thought this is the kind of episode that'll put somebody to sleep that doesn't really appreciate Star Trek. But,
Who's this?
Yeah.
Your wife? Who?
What's that?
Who are you talking about?
Oh, my wife. We were flipping through the channels. I think we were watching together, and H&I was on, and I said, let me see what episode is on in Star Trek, and I kind of stuck on it because I hadn't seen this episode in a while with Worf sitting there in the witness stand, and Cisco interrogating him or cross-examining him or whatever we would call it, and that advocate, the Klingon Ron Canada played.
Yeah, he was
pretty good.
Martok. He was originally running into for Martok.
Oh, Ron Canada, yeah.
Yeah, and he was also in Orville a few times.
He's a great actor. He's excellent.
I like him a lot. He was in Orville a couple times. The episode I was thinking of was Matter of Perspective. You're a dead man, Apgar. A dead man. I love that. And the guy that plays Apgar.
Wait.
The guy
Ron Canada wasn't that one though. Canada wasn't.
I'm just thinking, like when you were talking about good episodes to just
sit down and
watch. You're a dead man, Apgar. But like the guy that plays Apgar, he was in Gotham, and he was in
Scarface, and he was in Breaking Bad, and what's his name? Margolis, right? Paul Margolis. Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Something Margolis, I think his last name is. Yeah. Oh, he's a great actor. He played many characters in Star Trek. Actually, he played more than just Dr. Apgar. I think he played more than one.
He's got that really weird look to him. I like.
He does.
He's just. He was in Gotham, like I said.
Oh yeah. He's the guy with the bell in Breaking Bad, the little wheelchair, and goes ding 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 ding. Yeah, the Salamanca. That's a great show. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. That's good television.
I never watched it. I had no interest.
It's really good. I'll give you an example. If you like The Sopranos, if you like any of that kind of edgy cable drama stuff, it's good. It's very, very good show. Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, most of that stuff just went by me, and I never watched it.
Sons of Anarchy. Those kind of shows. It's really good. Really good writing.
Yeah, so, but my point is from earlier is that if you guys were more local, we should have like a little convention or something where we could all get together and meet up because you guys would be good to hang out with.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is a compliment. I know that it's not practical, but it would be awesome.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
We would do the same thing we're doing now, just in person, basically, right? We had
right.
But it would be a lot of fun. I'm just saying that as a way to compliment, like to say that I'm friends with you guys,
Absolutely.
Well, I think I'm gonna start winding it down there. It's been a great chat, though.
I'm starting to get tired, but that's why I want to end it off. I wanted to say thanks for letting me in.
Of course, you're
And
welcome.
For the memories.
see you guys later.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show, Mercer.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Have a
Take
good
care,
one.
Mercer.
Have a good one.
See you
Omni.
next
See you,
time.
John. See you, Jeff.
Just to confirm, like you said earlier, doing a question track tomorrow at the usual time.
As far as I know, yes, we should be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Ish. 11-ish, right?
Ish, yeah. Lately it's been 11:15, 11:20, right in there. Conti's been pushing it back a little bit.
Get my coffee. I got my breakfast. I'm all set to go. And okay, wait. Now it's scheduled for 12. No, it's 11:30. Okay, then it just starts by itself. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, he'll tell us, "Oh, we can start early if you want."
It's a great show. It's good. It was fun last week with T-Dowd hosting. By the way, that was a nice treat.
Yes, and I think he's going to host tomorrow as well.
Oh, really? He was really good. I know he felt like we were picking on him a little
actually
bit.
Might be Zoe.
Oh, no way! Really? Okay.
So it's a little bit up in the air what's
All
going to
right.
happen tomorrow. So tune in, find out.
Wow, absolutely. No, that was great. That was a lot of fun last week. Honestly, I had a lot of fun.
It was fun.
And I wish T-Dowd. I'm going to put the challenge out there one more time before we wrap this up. I would love for him to join us on Jeopardy because he's really good. He's really good. And he's always lurking around in the chats, but he doesn't come join us. I don't know why he doesn't meet us in the
want
square
to try
circle.
to get the three of them on per game.
Oh, that would be great. That would be excellent.
We would probably have to do it at a different time, but I'd love to have that.
Well, I mean, what time is it in England? So what is it? It's about 5 in the morning? Yeah, I guess you're right. That would be a little horrific for them. You're right. Or 4, 3 in the morning.
It would be
actually.
3. Yeah, 3 in the morning.
3 in the yeah. No, they can't do that because they're all in England.
3,
right?
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning.
T-Dowd's in Canada, right? But he could make it. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just an hour. Well, it would be Eastern time for him.
Okay. But it would be a treat to have
9
him there.
p.m.
Anyway. Yeah. But that would be cool. That would be a great crossover. Wow, to have all those guys. That would be good. Yeah.
I have pitched it to them, and there's just been kind of grudgingly going, okay, maybe.
It's the timer. I'm telling you, it's the
never
timer.
Happens.
The pressure's on with that timer, man. Okay, you can't malinger with that. You gotta know your stuff. You can't ponder your answers. You have to come quickly with them.
Who has been demanding that, Thomas? You tell us.
And
Thanks
speaking
again,
of things we've been demanding for a long time, we got a Babylon 5 on Monday nights.
Yay! Yes,
Such a
10:30
good
p.m.
show.
Eastern time on Life with Matthew's channel.
Such a good show. Everyone tune into that one. Excellent show.
And what's the episode coming up?
Born to the Purple.
Born to the Purple. Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's it.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
John, you're gonna like it. You're actually really gonna like it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Just don't be a moon-faced assassin of joy. That's all I can say.
I'll try to remember that.
What do you want, you moon-faced assassin of joy?
So good.
Well, I think that's the perfect note to end on.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, and I hope you have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.